seconds remaining.
Overall, not looking at the heroes of Hoyo, it's not the best Bristleback game, right? So I have a DK. Bristleback is full physical damage. DK likes to play against physical damage because of his high armor. Nyx Assassin, he can stun the Bristleback when he's using the spikes, and also he can remove the passive with the Vendetta for 4 seconds, which can give you enough time to react with your other heroes and actually bring him down. So overall,
Dire
not
team
the
pick.
biggest fan of the pick, but they
Lion.
kind of think that they can make it work. And here it's going to be a break into a finger, which will make the Bristleback somewhat squishy. If this hero doesn't have his passive, he's really not that powerful. So I like what
Radiant
Hoyo have
team
against
pick.
it. Will be a keeper. Nope, it's going to be an Oracle. And that kind of changes the situation. You can purge off the Vendetta break with 2 of your spells. You have ways to protect the Bristleback from the magic damage, and basically this makes Bristleback
10
untouchable in
seconds
this game,
remaining.
right? So Hoyo, they're going to have to catch the Oracle.
5
That's not
seconds
impossible for them,
remaining.
given that they do have the Nyx and the Dragonite, who's most likely going to be going for a blink. But if you're jumping into the backlines, you always have to be wary that the puck could catch you in a coil, and then you are in a lot of trouble. Looking at the AoE damage from Neon Esports, that could be problematic. So I like the Oracle pick for sure, given that we have heroes to protect it, and we all know how annoying and impossible to deal with this hero's heals can be if you can't really get on top of him. So Neon rounding up their draft really well. I like it. So
Radiant
Hoyo,
team
what
ban.
are you gonna go for? Okay, Lone Druid. This was somewhat unexpected. The Puckard Spirit and Oracle, they don't really deal with the bear that well. Bristleback can kill it with his high physical damage,
10
but
seconds remaining.
overall, I like this. This is constant damage. This is a hero that
5
you rarely
seconds
commit
remaining.
onto. From Neon, you have this AoE lineup, not really uh, made to burst down one hero. If he is in his bear form, Lone Druid will not be dying, and you really don't want to be focusing on the bear that much. This gives them even more pushing power on Hoyo. They do have 2 supports that give a lot of lockdown. They do have 2 cores that give lockdown as well, but dish out constant damage and actually have ways to kill towers. The
Dire
only thing
team
I'm
ban.
scared of for Hoyo here is that their team
Radiant
fight is
team
kind of
ban.
lacking. But if they're able to take those early towers down, it could look good for them. So Hoyo, they're gonna ban out the Terrorblade, so they're expecting this Bristleback to be in the offlane.
10 seconds remaining.
We'll see if that's what Neon want to do. They definitely have the last pick,
5
so
seconds
they
remaining.
can adjust the lanes however they want. Lone Druid in the safe lane deals well with the Bristleback, as you have that extra bear who has so much HP that doesn't really care about the Quill Spray that much. Neon getting rid of the Beastmaster. They're
Dire
expecting
team
Hoyo to
ban.
go full on into push. They will ban out the Enigma, so they're actually considering the possibility of the enemies actually running a position 1 Bristle. Enigma would be problematic for them. The Midnight Pulse deals with the DK, with the Lone
10
Druid
seconds remaining.
bear so well because of the high HP and it's percentage based.
5
So they're
seconds
gonna get rid of
remaining.
it also in the lane. Lone Druid kind of likes to run people down, and Enigma is always closer to her tower because of the demonic conversion. So Neon, what do you pick here? Or what do you ban here? Hoyo, they can pick a mid laner and an off laner, so their draft is very open. Is the Viper banned? Yes, it is. I'm not sure what you go for here as
Radiant
Hoyo.
team pick.
They're gonna ban out the Mars, so Neon just go with the standard ban. You can't really tell what Hoyo want to pick, which route they want to take. Since their draft is open, they pretty much have everything covered. They kind of need some team fight. Sure, Mars would have helped with that,
10
or
seconds
something to
remaining.
completely synergize with their team and start pushing like madman.
5 seconds remaining.
I'd like to see some team fight on their side, but they only have 13 more seconds of reserve time to actually think about it, so they're going to have to make that decision fast, and it doesn't seem like they're 100% certain themselves.
Dire
2,
team
1,
pick.
okay.
Legion Commander.
Randomly, they go for the LC. Okay, so this is going all in. We're gonna have the Lone Druid and the DK in front, just going ham on the tower. LC is a solid hero against the Bristleback because it forces him to look at you in the eyes, and that's not where he thrives, definitely. So
10
the problem
seconds
is you do have the
remaining.
Oracle, so the dual damages probably won't be coming out, but you do have the Purge right
5
now that is
seconds
gonna help
remaining.
for sure against what Neon have. Not a lot of hard lockdown on Neon, and definitely now anyone can break the coil, just immediately purge it with the press the attack. So I like it. This is somewhat of a going all in type of thing, but it also helps them actually catch the puck if he's going for a split push, because Hoyo, they are definitely gonna be going ham on those towers, and if they are stronger out of the laning stage, which is not impossible, then the puck is going to have to split push, and LC and the
You may now
Knicks,
select
they can
your
definitely
heroes.
do well against that. And Neon Esports, they pick a perfect hero to deal with Hoyo. They pick a Lifestealer. It is insanely strong against the Bear, insanely strong against the Dragon Knight, Nyx Assassin line. If they don't get the stuns off, they before the Rage, they're really gonna be in trouble. And also, Lifestealer has two really good vessels, being the Puck and the Earth Spirit. The only problem I see here for the Lifestealer is that he's laning against an LC, and naturally uh, hero with the armor on the lower side, so the LC can be quite problematic for you in the lane. But as soon as the Lifestealer gets those phase boots, he's gonna be able to fight
10
LC on
seconds
equal
remaining.
terms. So overall, so whose draft do I like more?
5
I have to
seconds
say these
remaining.
drafts are all over the place. I wouldn't give a clear drafting advantage to any side. I do favor Neon, of course, as a team, given that they're the top Southeast Asia team right now. But I like what Hoyo actually came up with, right? You have a lot of lockdown, you have vision, you have a lot of tower push, you're kind of all in, win the lanes, and then transition later on into the game. They should be good in all lanes. So mid lane DK versus Puck, DK favorite matchup. Lone Druid and the Lion against the Bristleback, they're gonna be doing well. The only problem there is oh, it's position 4 Bristleback. Play hard is playing the Earth Spirit. Okay. Okay, I just noticed that. I'm really not sure what to make of this position 4 Bristleback. I haven't seen it ever. I'm a position 4 player and I have no idea how I would utilize it. Maybe they're just swapping out positions because of the preference for the heroes. That could be the case here. Overall, that lane should go in the hands. Basically, all three lanes could go into the hands of Hoyo, and that could give them the lead necessary to win this game. So I'd give them a slight
Prepare
drafting
for
advantage.
battle.
Not really. I wouldn't say it's an outdraft because just because of the laning setups, it could be problematic for them. Yeah, we see Playhard starting off with the boots, and Scam will be playing the Bristleback on the off lane. We've seen these guys
Sound
sometimes
strategy.
switch up their positions, so it's not that uncommon for Neon. So the thing I want to say for the bottom lane is that the Earth Spirit will be pulling the waves, and with that kind of securing the lane for the Bristleback. So we can't really expect the bottom lane to go completely in the hands of Hoyo for sure. Nice word here from Playhard. He definitely just wants to do some shenanigans on the bottom lane to pull the
30
waves
seconds to battle.
and such to make sure that his Bristleback has a nice time. So Yopaj, he will be laning mid. There won't be any switches like sending Natsumi to the mid lane, even though that could be a nice change up for Neon, though they want the puck as high leveled as possible, as soon as possible, because Yopaj, he's gonna be rotating quite a
The
lot, and
battle
that's
begins.
where Neon get their advantage out of from the laning stage. They secure the runes for Yopaj, and he starts running around, going for kills, giving some extra levels to his supports, Neon supports. If they get like level 5 around minute 8, they will have enough damage to start bringing down these heroes of Hoyo. But definitely a little bit more of an ease of execution on the side of Hoyo, I'd say. So we'll see how well Neon adjusts. Bottom lane, Lion starting off with boots. He knows there's going to be a lot of shenanigans in this lane. He doesn't want to get run down by the Bristleback. A beautiful double stun. Playhard using his kick to secure the range creep. Top lane, we see Joe Camp pulling the wave. Playhard, he didn't do that. So they're just pushing the wave into the tower of Hoyo. So this lane will be going to closer to Neon's tower fairly soon. Joe Camp getting slowed down a bit here by the Fortune's End. Natsumi doing the same thing, so someone is going to have to go there, and it's gonna be Tiger, so everyone will be getting a full wave of creeps. Mizu actually had to resummon the bear. Scam, what are you doing there? He's away from home. He could be going down right now. Sotero does have boots, so he will be running down this Scam Bristleback, and he looks like he's going to die with an Impale coming through. Actually, Earth Spike, sorry about it. He does get the first blood, so a nice start for Hoyo. Now, Earth Spirit, I'm not really sure what he was doing, but he does get Mizu low, but he is going to be fine. Meanwhile, mid lane, I talked about it that this is a DK favorite matchup, but for now, Yopaj is doing quite well. Now with the level 2 in Dragon Blood, Fearless is probably gonna be getting in his face. Natsumi taking a lot of damage, but Tiger as well, so he cannot really pursue. He wants to cancel the salve, but Natsumi might juke around the tree, so that won't be happening, and Joe Camp just decides to pull out of there. A wise decision for sure. No salves on the side of Hoyo, so Tiger, he's going to have to be a little bit more passive here, and we see all 3 lanes working out well for Neon for now. All 3 of their cores are farming well. And what I'm really surprised is that this lone druid with basically 2 heroes that he can't secure last hits properly, and Neon understanding how to push him into the tower and just make his life hard for him. So only 1 hit kill so far. We usually see these guys in Southeast Asia starting to go ham at each other like minute 4 and 5 when the rune starts spawning, when those lane swaps start happening, and we see how annoying Neon are play on the bottom lane. Playhard gets a courier. Might have given 1 kill there to Hoyo, but still, in terms of last hits and overall plays being made, they are definitely on top. Nice pull by Senzero. Tiger is farming here. Joe Cam not letting the creeps be pulled. He does have the spike carapace, so his life shouldn't be in jeopardy. Natsumi is gonna hit him over the spike carapace, take some damage, but that's about it. So we see now people rotating to the mid lane. They want to help their cores with the runes. Puck has a bottle, DK doesn't have his, but they want to slow down the Puck. Fearless is fairly low, though between the 2 of them they shouldn't have enough damage to deal with it. Senzero going in, does get the rune, but it's gonna be Joe Camp taking the invis on top, so that's pretty nice. Senzero is gonna TP out, and Neon don't have enough damage with a missed roll. Neon won't be able to get the kill. Joe Cam now gonna get scouted there by the sentry. The ward will get rewarded, or will it? Joe Cam manages to get a stun, and the nice denying that golden experience away from Playhard. But bottom lane, Scam, he has 30 last hits compared to the 15 of Mizu, so this lone druid, he's not having a nice time. His bear is taking quite a lot of damage from the Quill Spray. Bear only 4 armor. He's going on the scan right now. He uses the soul ring. Has a full bottle as well. So this bristleback will be fine, especially with the runes spawning right now. Mid lane, of course, very boring, but DK finally coming out ahead. See, taking a lot of damage here. Still no salves on him. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 rune trade, or will it actually? Mizu takes 1 rune with his bear. He wants to take this one as well. He's not gonna let Mizu refill his bottle. Top lane though, Tiger taking a lot of damage. He does have the overwhelming odds, but it's not gonna be enough. The Purifying Flames finishes him off, and now they're going on to Joe Camp. He does have mana for the Spike Airpace that will keep him alive. So Purifying Flames being used there, but still it will only heal the Nyx. So Neon, they get themselves on the board on the top lane. The last pick LC, it looked okay so far, but in the end Neon are able to take him down with the high burst damage of the Oracle. Scam, his mana is getting sucked out by the Lion. Has 2 points in Earth Spike, and now without the mana, Scam, really you can just ignore him. Maybe that's gonna be the idea behind the Lion. He's now coming in, he turns into a dragon. A nice dodge there from the Dragon Tail, only being used, but it's only going to connect onto the Nyx. The kick won't get him out of the coil, so he's going to be fine. Now fingers around onto the Earth Spirit, and Fearless does get the kill with his Dragon Tail. The regeneration has been picked up by the Oracle. His mana is full right now, and he's even gonna use some spells still. Another kill for Hoyo, and they're actually ahead in terms of net worth right now, getting out strong out of the laning phase. Even though their low druid wasn't farming well up until now, he manages to get on top of the Bristleback. Bristleback bringing out a lot of regen. He's not really that strong in terms of net worth right now, so this bottom lane, despite how it looked, it's working out quite well for Hoyo. Top lane Natsumi is level 6. He does have the chainmail right now, so LC can't really bother him that much anymore. Even with the 2 points in Moment of Courage, he wasn't able to bring Natsumi low, and this Lifestealer really untouched. He is definitely the main hero for Neon in this game, considering against which heroes he is playing. If he does infest and gets into the fray easily, he's gonna be able to eat up these heroes quite easily. And the problem also lies in Bear. The Bear, if he comes to the tower, the Lifestealer can just kill him fairly easily with the with his passive. Fearless going in on the tower without the dragon form. The tower won't be taking that much damage. He does have 4 points in Dragon Blood, so his life really isn't in jeopardy with 9 stick charges ready, and the Mango just to help if there's any mana issues. Playhard wants to stack for his Bristleback. That's gonna be his their way to get him ahead of others, and now we see a lot of stacks here made by Jonuel, and Scam will be farming those up quite fast. When the Quill starts stacking up, these creeps are gonna be goners.
Under attack.
DK, he wants to go for a Blink BKB, quite the standard build for the DK. Scam is still farming, he doesn't really want to fight. There's gonna be a Spike Carapace connecting on the Yopaj. It's only a level 1, so no follow-up stuns will come. Lion, he sees now Scam farming up the stacks. Can they get in while the big creeps are not dead yet? Not really, but the Lion actually manages to steal some of those. Not a lot, most of those going into the hands of Scam. The Earth Spike, not really a high damage spell. It's mostly used for locking people down. Who did they find? They found the Puck, Yopaj. He's playing this very calmly, gonna silence them up, and will be able to get out with the Jaunt. Very nicely played by him. Calmness from Yopaj, that's what we're used to from him. Oh, Impale, it's gonna keep Nyx alive for now. Yopaj going in, he does have both of his spells. The silence is gonna come through. Spike Carapace really not there yet. Joe Camp breaking some ankles here, and really Neon won't be able to get him, so Very nicely done by him, understanding how he needs to play, but it seems like now the chase is coming through. Yopaj doesn't really have that much mana, doesn't have anything, no stick charges ready, but Blakeheart will block them out, and with this, he's going to forfeit his life to let the puck survive. Zero gets the kill there, and Hoyo, they might not have gotten the puck, but at least they get a consolation prize in the Earth Spirit. Yopaj
Dire's middle tower
says, thank
is
you, my
under
friend,
attack.
you will not be forgotten, and that's how you become a legend, boys.
Dire's
You
top
die
tower is
for
under
your
attack.
comrades who are deemed much more important than you. Mizu actually secures another bounty rune, and Hoyo have been doing a great job with these bounties. Tiger trying to run away from Natsumi. Look at the slows here from the Ghoul Frenzy and the Orb of Corrosion, but Tiger manages to outrun him and secure the 4th bounty for his team. So Hoyo now, they hold 4 bounties. 2 of their guys are still topping the network chart. We see Bristleback, how close he came. Oracle, do you really want to be doing this? Jonwell gets stunned from the low ground. There's the hack. They have the duel as well, and that's gonna be first 10 damage into the hands of the Legion Commander. Jonwell, he was too far away from his home there, and it's gonna be the 4th kill in the hands of Hoyo, who are now
Dire's
looking to
middle
take down this
tower
tower.
is
They
under
won't
attack.
even need the Dragon form. With the
Radiant's
siege
top
creep
tower
alive,
is
the
under
tier 1
attack.
in mid will go down.
Dire's middle tower
Natsumi
has
trying to
fallen.
take a trade-off on top, but he's only going to be able to do some chip damage. I don't really see this tower falling down just yet. No one from Hoyo
Are scanning.
actually rotates. That's going to be happening, but they're gonna pick up these stacks. Neon have been making. Jonwell is only level 4 because of those stacks, and now some of those are being taken away.
Radiant's top tower
This is a
under
bit
attack.
problematic for Neon. Their supports
Dire's
need
middle
levels.
tower is
Both
under
Playhard
attack.
and Junewell are somewhat under-leveled. Especially Junewell. Playhard will get his level 6 now from this wave. Look at how aggressive Fearless is playing. He is going in there. The coil is a beautiful break. This is a beautiful play for them. He does have stick charges. Can he survive? They're gonna remove the magnetizer now. Tiger is going in. He wants to go for the duel. Nice run there onto the Earth Spirit. Playhard taking damage. Gonna get killed up. There's the duel. Do they have enough damage? No Dragonfire. But he goes down. And that's gonna be a second duel. Cesaro gets a kill. Can keep the away. Beautifully done. Hoyo, they're outdoing themselves and really outmaneuvering Neon in this early game. Really beautiful stuff from them. Meanwhile, Mizu has just been hitting creeps. He goes for the
Radiant's
blade
middle
mail
tower
on
is under
the
attack.
bear.
Dire's top
Okay,
tower is
this is the
under
first
attack.
time I've seen this in
Dire's
my
structures
life, I
are
guess.
fortified.
He wants to have extra armor to help him deal with the feast. So quite an interesting adaptation from him. Also, if he
Dire's
gets
top
coiled
tower
by the
is
bear,
under
he can
attack.
use the blade mail, break the coil, I guess. Has a lot of HP. Now that's gonna help him with armor. Usually not an item that we see, but not the hero we deserve, but the hero we need, I guess.
Under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
It's gonna help him farm for sure with the blade mail. This AoE damage is nice, but a very different thing here being done by Mizu. So Neon, they're 2k gold behind. Hoyo
Dire's top tower
holding the
is under
lead
attack.
firmly. They secure the top
Radiant's
tower as
bottom
well.
Tower is under attack.
Seems like they have no intentions of fighting for the bottom lane, so that's gonna be left to Neon for sure. And finally, they're gonna get the tower of their own.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Though this top lane
Dire's
chip
top
damage that
tower
was done
is
to the
under
tower,
attack.
it's most likely
Radiant's
not gonna
bottom
amount to
tower
anything
is
until
under
later
attack.
on, given that Hoyo have full control of the enemy's jungle. Now Neon, they're behind, immediately go for a smoke. Nyx is looking like a juicy
Radiant's
target.
bottom
That's got
tower
3
is
points
falling.
in his spike carapace. Nice stun in the silence. Can they get him out of this coil? They use the spike carapace. A beautiful double man impale, burning down the mana from the puck. Tiger is coming in. He wants to assist this guy. Earth Spirit getting stunned up. Tiger, they know that the Oracle is here, but he still doesn't have level 6. I don't know if
Radiant's
Hoyo are
bottom
aware of
tower
this. Now
is
they
under
definitely
attack.
are. They saw him for a second. Though
Dire's
the
top tower
creeps
is
are
under attack.
falling down. Earth Spirit is being caught in the background and will go down. They don't even bother using the duel there. Tiger not interested in getting another 10 damage into his pocket, so that's quite weird from him. But still, another Neon rotation not really working out. They need this life stealer to be infesting
Radiant's
someone
courier
and start
has been
killing people. Look at how aggressive Mizu is playing. He's not gonna connect with the fear. And now here comes Natsume. He's gonna turn around onto the bear. This is a pretty dead bear. Mizu doesn't have a free summon, so that's gonna be a minute without the bear. Finally, Neon getting something, 300 gold and experience into the pockets of Natsume.
Radiant's
Without the
middle
coil,
tower
they
is
can't
under
really
attack.
run down these two guys. They're way too fast. Yeah, getting stunned here. The Vendetta is ready. Next Assassin does have enough mana for the stun as well. DK being in on a fight here. Fire, Natsumi does a lot of damage. They're gonna turn onto the Bristleback. There's the break, but look at the heals from the Natsumi Lifestealer. There's still not gonna be enough. The Bristleback will die. That's a big kill. That's the high net worth hero on the side of Neon. Now Juno is looking pretty dead, but he still has a false promise ready. That's not gonna be happening. He won't be using it. The Dragon Tail will keep him in place for enough of a time. Legion Commander now has 30 damage from his fuel, but look at how much damage this Natsumi Lifestealer is doing. He does use the blade mail, but that's not gonna be enough. Beautiful little roll from Play Hard into a kick and the silence onto Sensero without any mana. This Lion is a goner. And Neon, they turn it around and manage to get 2 kills of their own, decreasing the lead to a just 3k gold from Hoyo. It looked beautiful from them, but this Legion Commander kind of underestimating how much the Lifestealer can do. So when you did have his previous third spell, the open wounds, you could just
Radiant's
remove it
middle
with
tower
the
is
press
under
the attack.
attack.
Right now the Ghoul Frenzy, you can't really
Radiant
remove it. It's gonna
structures
apply
are
onto
fortified.
every attack, so the added slow was impossible for the Legion to deal with. Sometimes this spell doesn't seem so good, but against the Legion Commander, it's pretty nice. No Vendetta for 8 seconds. Also Nyx very low on mana, so Jokam, he should go to base if he wants to break his Bristleback, but now with a level 6 Oracle ready, they just want to force this, and with the Eternal Shroud onto the Bristleback, he's not really a hero that you want to be fighting against. He's going to use the Eternal Shroud, but taking so much damage. The False Promise is going to come out, but the duel onto the Oracle, and he's strong. They want to chase without the Oracle. There's no one to save you guys. A beautiful foil, but this is going to be enough to stop the advance. Stun on the play cards. A lot of people get broken the foil, and Fearless goes down. Now Natsumi is coming in. He's doing so much constant damage, but a beautiful impale there from Jokan, keeping everyone in place. This is a disaster for Neon. Scamp trying to run away. He's gonna get infested. A lot of HP has been given back to him, and now Hoyo, they don't have enough. Scamp is gonna start running down Jokan and manages to get him down. Now they turn around onto Natsumi. He's gonna go for the bear and eat it up immediately. Nothing to stop this TP from the lone druid, and he will be able to TP away with the tower falling down, but Sensero gets to deny. So in the end, it's gonna be a 3-4-3 fight with a tower going into the hands of Neon, so they do win this fight. Not by a huge margin, but a win nonetheless, and we see how much Natsumi's Lifestealer is doing. He's going for a Deso as well. When that comes out, he's gonna be killing these heroes quite easily, and Scam even gets the courier there with a close raise. They do work on the couriers as well. Now, could be in trouble. They found the Bristleback. They're gonna find the Oracle as well. That's the perfect target. It's gonna get impaled up. The fall-off stuns will be enough, and Sensero gets the kill. DK won't be getting his one. He got the Midas on the Dragon Knight. Fearless, seeing that this could go later on, and he needs to scale for sure.
Regeneration.
He might was good deny the
Radiant's
tower,
top
and
tower has
Fearless
been
will be
denied.
getting it. But,
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Hoyo,
attack.
last fight it didn't look like they were stronger. The false promise was used on the Bristleback, but still they did get the lockdown onto the Oracle. I kind of feel like way too many of them broke the coil. It was such a chaotic fight that that maybe they didn't even see the coil coming out from Yopa. Just every single spell around there, a lot of heroes in the fray, just focusing on the Oracle, and then you break the coil, just not thinking that much about it, and you end up taking so much damage. Yopa is gonna get infested. He does have a blink. Can they get a jump on this lone druid? That would be a perfect hero for them to kill. Yopa goes in, there's the coil. Look at how fast he falls. This Natsumi Lifestealer, he's eating him up. Does have the Desolator. They're coming in for more. Is he gonna be able to find anyone? No, they don't hit the roll onto the Tiger LC, and Fearless manages to blink away. So they won't accomplish much, but now with the Bristleback and a Deso Lifestealer, they're going in for the road. They have
enough minus armor. Denso, Orb of Corrosion, and the 2 stacks from Scam are gonna be more than enough for the Rogues to fall. Hoyo, they were doing fine up until one point, but now Neon, they are definitely looking strong. And 19 minutes into the game, the Aegis will go into the hands of the Lifestealer. Natsumi is a big problem. This last pick, Lifestealer, working out perfectly for now for Neon. He's topping the network chart, overtaking both the DK and the Lone Druid, heroes that he's naturally good against. The Miss Lone Druid going for the Deso as well, so that's gonna assist them quite a lot.
Dire's bottom tower
But
is under attack.
I kind of feel like now Neon are in firm control because they can just give the Bristleback in front, and if the Oracle is in a good spot, if the Bristleback does get false promised, I don't see Hoyo winning the fight. So they're going to have to split this up a little bit, force Hoyo to split up themselves and use the added mobility of it and the vision from the Nyx Assassin to actually catch some people. That should be the name of the game for them. Let's see if they're able to do that against Neon. They're actually going for a tier 2 of their own, but Neon are gonna be faster in taking this one down. Oracle already positioning himself. This might mean that Neon are gonna TP some heroes in, and the puck will be coming there. Yopaj, he's infested, he's gonna miss the coil. Beautiful blink out there from the DK, understanding that he could be in trouble. Even if he gets out from Yopaj, he won't be doing enough, but the roll will connect onto the board. Tiger LC, and he is a goner. He will use the blade mail and the press the attack. That will give him some time to survive, but they will bring him down slowly but surely. The Lifestealer doesn't even bother getting out to the puck immediately. They go for a smoke. They won't form without the coil, but still want to fight. See if they can get on top of anyone. Whoever gets jumped by this puck and the Lifestealer comes out is gonna be annihilated immediately. Doesn't matter which hero it is, they will die. Only the Nyx can react with a spike carapace. But okay, goodbye Lone Druid. Mizu thought he was safe in his jungle, but there was a nice ward planted here by Neon earlier after that mid fight, and they managed to get a nice swift kill onto the Lone Druid. This has been Mizu's second death, and both of them have happened in a same manner. Buck gonna get that stuff, stunned up. Actually the stun goes onto the Lifestealer. Buck taking a lot of damage. Will he fall? Yes, he will. Natsumi now using the rage. He goes onto Zenzero. He's going to be able to get the duel. Yes, he did on the play hard, but he's going to be fine with a false promise, keeping him safe. The kick will only connect on the Joe Camp. Here comes the roll. It will not hit anyone. Fearless getting slowed down, but the Dragon Tail will keep Scamp away. Now Tiger trying to run away from Natsumi, but we all saw how those slows go, and Tiger is not going anywhere with the slows and Purifying Flames to finish him off. Neon are finally in the lead. Sub 1k gold lead for them, but the lead nonetheless, given that they were losing 4k gold like 15 minutes into the game, they should be happy with how the game is developing and all the momentum is on their side. I don't really see how you deal with the Lifestealer. He's even going for an SNY, so the added status resistance is gonna be a problem as well. Sure, Hoyo, you have a lot of stuns, but Natsumi usually has the chance to use his rage. He does have a false promise to save him, and the SNY won't have to help your case at all. Bristleback has been caught. Do they have enough to kill him? It does have the Heaven Celebrate. He's gonna turn around on the Mizu, who will turn into the bear right now. The Hex is there as well, but the cavalry is coming. There's a roll for Playhard. He's gonna kick Mizu back, and now they're gonna be in a lot of trouble. Here comes the big guy. Natsumi's here. He's gonna start eating up the bear. Your HP is irrelevant, and Lone Druid is going down. Now Nyx Assassin will break the coil, doesn't have the spike carapace, goes down, Zero can run down, slowed down, doesn't have the ulti, Solar Spirit won't be going down, and Natsumi, don't do that. Zero just gets ripped apart from one hit from this Lifestealer. It looked okay for Hoyo, but now it's just looking so grim. Neon are pushing the high ground. 24 minutes into the game. It looked like it could be an even game, but now it's turning out to be a complete stomp by Neon. Really the last big Lifestealer. It needed to be shut down in lane a lot more than what Hoyo accomplished. The LC last pick didn't help their case, bringing down this Lifestealer, and now he's on top of the network chart. We see against which heroes he's playing. They immediately go for a smoke. That's a fake back. They want to get Hoyo out of their base. Fearless does have a BKB, not the perfect target for sure. Oh, still there. silent boar line. Gets eaten up now. Fearless goes on the puck, taking so much damage. Here comes the duel. They're gonna duel the puck, but the false promise is there. Your duel will not be doing anything. At least he might die even after the false promise because he has taken so much damage. The Jonwell Oracle trying to kill him, but now here comes Playcard. He's gonna slow down everyone. Tiger taking a lot of damage. Natsumiki's Aegis has expired. Maybe they can kill him right now. He doesn't have the infest. Trying to arm the toggle. He will be able to do so once, but not anymore. They managed to get the kill. So Neon, they thought they could win this fight, but will lose it in the end. Junril has a blink to get out. His heals were not enough to help the
Radiant's
puck.
bottom tower is under
And
attack.
Neon, they lose 2 of their cores. Finally, a fight going into the hands of Hoyo. Was on the defensive, now Zero, he's gonna catch the bristleback. Mizu doesn't have a bear just yet, so actually he does. So he's just not DPing him to him. It's actually on return, is actually on cooldown. Jokam, beautiful stun there. He's gonna slow down the Oracle. Now he could be in a lot of trouble. Does have the spike carapace. He's gonna stun the Oracle as well, so nicely done. Jokam is coming in from the side without the spike carapace. Jokam is not going anywhere. There's the sentry, the dust as well, but Jokam still running away. Does have the spike carapace once more. They're gonna go into the puck, but he has a link, and that's the newly found one. Oracle caught into the duel and brought down. The second one to fall is gonna be Jokam. Puck next up. Could have fallen stun yet as well. No! Lincoln's right now, and he will go down. Scam is getting his mana burned off. Without mana, this hero is completely useless, and they get 2 more kills, only losing the next. Beautifully baited there by Jokam. Like Hardo getting infected. They're gonna go into Mizu. He turns into a bear, but Natsumi doesn't care, or does he? Mizu turns around. He sends the bear on him. Actually, Playcard is gonna be their target of choice. Now they turn around onto Natsumi, who's gonna get silenced up. If they can get the Dragon Tail on him, that would be great, but not really going to happen. Scam now turns around. He's really tanky with the Eternal Shroud. I'm not sure that they can bring him down. They do have the Dragon Tail right now if they want to commit, but no, that's not going to be the case with Jonwell respawning. He does have the false promise. It's time for Hoyo to back out, and another favorable engagement from them. Neon thinking they could kill the lone druid, but now when he turns into a bear, he's actually becoming quite tanky, so they really need to jump him before he can use the true form. They definitely have ways to do so, Word Spirit, and the puck. But he has been on point with using his true form in time, and Natsumi not being able to go through the extra added HP and armor that the form gives him. So, Natsumi, his damage looked insane at one point. Right now, he can't really get on top of the right target, so Hoyo able to survive, and at one point it looked like Natsumi, it looked like Neon were gonna take it in 20 minutes, but now, last few engagements, Hoyo are showing signs of life still. It's Neon pretty much controlling this game completely, even with just a slight net worth lead being a 1k gold. Dragonite has the Orchid, and he's going for a Bloodthorn. He's actually pretty close, to be honest, only 1.5k gold away. Going for an AC. When AC and Bloodthorn come out, these two are gonna be quite formidable carries. Oh, Jokam catch him. They're gonna silence him and duel him. Is the Oracle close? No, he isn't. They're gonna try to help him, but Playhard will just forfeit his life as well. He will just give Puck some security. I'm gonna die with you, my friend, and they are holding hands with that. They go to the afterlife together. A true friendship is formed, but it didn't last that much since they both died. Hoyo. Another engagement going their way, and they're actually ahead of net worth right now. DK is level 21. If I'm not mistaken, that's the highest level on the map for sure. Yep. Bristleback is close. Paladin Sword on the Bristleback. Really, Neon, they played it really well, just always putting the Bristleback up front. But now, a few times they just tried to jump in with the puck, and every time they got punished for it. So we'll see if they adjust their playstyle. They should, definitely. Natsumi, he wants to infest the puck. TP from Miopaj, immediately the smoke will come out. It's on 4 heroes. The Bristleback hasn't been smoked. Scam showing his face in the mid lane. Tiger, this would be a really good target for them. Does have a blink out and manages to get it. Puck goes for the phase shift. Now we'll be using Yor, but now Hoyo know what's up, so this isn't really a good position for Neon to be in. Yopaj now is on the high ground here, but no one from Hoyo really rotating to him. Jocam using the Vendetta, running to his team, and I like what Neon are doing right now. They're actually on the mid lane together. It's not that easy to position your Oracle in the mid lane, but with a Blink Dagger, Jonewell should be
Dire's
fine.
bottom tower is under
And
attack.
both teams kind of taking the opponent's triangles. Hoyo wanting to get a kill here, but that's not gonna be happening. And they know Roche is spawning in soon, or it could already be alive. Poor Jocam gonna get caught. Uses the spike carapace. Can he run away? The silence is there, slow as well. They do have the coil, and Jocam will go down. No buyback on him just before the Roche spawns. 30 seconds. He's gonna be up in 50, so if Hoyo can delay Roche just a little bit, he will be able to fight Scam. He is alone here, gonna get stunned up by Fearless. He takes the bounty, but doesn't really want the challenge. This Bristleback, who is running in right now. Nice Earth Spike there from the line, will keep him at bay. Mizu uses his ulti, and this is looking pretty bad for Hoyo. They are missing some key spells as well as their Nyx just before the Roche is going to spawn, and we know how fast Neon can take it with the Deso on the lifestealer. He even found the DD, and it's bottled up. So Neon, this Roche is looking pretty free for them. What can Hoyo do? I kind of feel like you just let it go at this point. Sure, it is the second Roche, one of the most important objectives on the map, but you can't fight Neon. Just don't lose the game here. Live to fight another day. Play hard, rolling in. He's expecting someone to be there, but that's not going to be the case. He wants to go for a Lotus Orb. That's going to be good to keep the puck safe. Bristleback now has the cheese. If they go on him, it does get false promised. It's gonna be a disaster for them. Hoyo, they're coming out to their base. They see the Lightkiller, get the Aegis. Not really the best target. It's gonna get false promised, but still, is the Aegis target getting false promised? Very nice, getting bashed up. He's making so much damage here. A nice stun there from the Earthspit, leaving Commander in a lot of trouble. And the supports in the backline have been full. No one has died as of yet, but Tiger goes down, and the same goes for it. Before Dragonite playing hard, they're trying to go for him, but he's just gonna be rolling around. And Jonewell will save his guy with the Fate Scenic. Now they turn around onto the Nyx Assassin, who's going down as well, and he's gonna be the 5th and final casualty for Hoyo. They lose 5 and have buyback only on the LC. A beautiful fight for Neon. I'm really not sure what Hoyo were thinking they could do there, but they didn't want to fight on their high ground. The enemy's just positioning their 2 fat heroes and taking everything, and with that, GG is called, and Hoyo admit defeat in game number 1 of this best of 3 series. Neon, it looked like they were in trouble at some point, but ever since the Lifestealer got that Deso, he started going around the map, eating everyone, and it was basically
And welcome back to the Moon
10
Studio New
seconds
Year
remaining.
Showdown. I'm Harry Freakin. If you're just joining us, this is our first and last series
5
of the day
seconds
between Neon,
remaining.
Esports, and Hoyo. Neon get
Dire team
game number
banned.
1 from Hoyo. It was expected. They came in as the heavy favorites, but Hoyo did show signs of life. But just to remind you guys to follow Moon Studio English channel here on Twitch, follow Moon Studio on Twitter, and also follow me, Harry Freak, on Twitter, so that you know when we are live with your favorite Southeast
10
Asia and
seconds
Chinese
remaining.
Dota. Though in the beginning of this tournament, we will
5
mostly
seconds
be watching
remaining.
Southeast Asia, and then later on it will be the China region.
Radiant
So
team pick.
when you see an underdog playing against a favorite, you kind of need them to constantly be snowballing, constantly be taking parts of the map, because as soon as they slow down, they open up the space for Neon to start for the favorite to start making
10
moves of
seconds
their own, and we
remaining.
saw how badly that went for Hoyo in the last game.
5
So
seconds
in my
remaining.
mind, they should get a draft similar to what they had in the last time around and just never stop the aggression. Hope that they're gonna be this time around they're gonna play a little bit better, and that way maybe take a
Dire
game off of
team
Neon,
pick.
because we saw how impossible it was for them to play at one point. They couldn't even cross the river, even though they were winning some fights, getting some key kills. It was always on their part of the map, close to their base, and that's not really a position that you want to
Radiant
be in.
team pick.
Neon, they're gonna be the ones picking up the next assassin this time around, but Hoyo, they get their hands on the Monkey King. So we are gonna be seeing the Monkey King, the hero that has been banned most of the games here at the New Year Showdown, also has been quite popular in basically all regions of the DPC. And for a good
10
reason,
seconds
the
remaining.
Axe of the Monkey King is just looking way too strong, with the Maelstrom being one of
5
the
seconds remaining.
stronger items right now. That Maelstrom Axe into BKB build just makes the hero way too powerful, and with the Axe you kind of secure the Rosh on your own. So it's a pretty solid pick, solid openings from both sides. Both of these heroes have been looking great in both pubs and the
Dire team pick.
and competitive games alike. And Neon go for a Batrider. This has been a standard opening next into a Batrider for a very long time. Batrider does well against the Monkey King, especially if it's an offlane Bat against the safe lane Monkey King. But if it's in the mid lane, then the matchup is a little bit more tricky to the
10
Bat, just
seconds
because of the
remaining.
he has to get close for the creeps, then the Monkey King can get his
5
Jingus, so
seconds
it can be
remaining.
problematic. Though Yopaj, we've seen him time and time again being insanely good on this Batrider, and I feel bad for Hoyo already. Every time that I see
Radiant
Neon playing
team
the Bat,
banned.
Yopaj is doing great. Hoyo are gonna go for the Abaddon, so they immediately go for the counter. This is a solid counter for the next assassin as well. So even if he does get stunned, he can get out of the stun with the borrowed time and help his allies with the aphotic shield. So
10 seconds remaining.
a solid response to Neon's lineup here from
5
Hoyo.
seconds remaining.
So I like it, definitely. Neon Esports, what do you ban here? So there is already a solid counter for your Abaddon. They're most likely going to be banning something that
Dire
the rest of
team
their heroes are
banned.
bad against, so we can maybe decipher what they want to play out of their
Radiant
bans.
team
Gonna be the
banned.
Invoker. The other side bans out the Troll. Troll can be very problematic for the Monkey King, because if it comes to a man fight, the Troll will win. Even inside of the Wukong's command, it can be tricky for the Monkey King if the Troll is a little bit
10
more farmed,
seconds
which
remaining.
can be the case given that he usually does farm
5
faster than the
seconds
Monkey King
remaining.
himself. We're most likely going to be seeing Hoyo getting rid of some of the uh, some of the position ones. The interesting thing to me that
Dire
we haven't
team
seen too
banned.
many Rikis
Radiant team
in this
banned.
tournament. Ricky has been looking great in all pubs, and I saw him in the DPC being played as well. Maybe when some hero starts being utilized way
Dire
too much,
team
people just
banned.
learn how to play against it, are used to it, and then it's very hard to be playing that hero at a high enough level for a competitive game. Hoyo ban out the Bristleback. So Neon, they won't be having their fat bristle like the last game, and bristle can be
10 seconds
quite
remaining.
problematic for the Monkey King, because even if you're hitting him from the back with your
5
Jingle Masters,
seconds
you're not really
remaining.
doing that much damage. But it used to be a much worse matchup for the Monkey when he used to have
Dire
1
team
armor,
pick.
though that was changed recently. So now with 6 armor, the Monkey King can deal quite well with the Quills early on. Neon getting rid of the LC, getting rid of the Beastmaster. So LC Hoyo did run it last game. It didn't look too shabby, but in the end was
10
definitely
seconds
underwhelming. The
remaining.
Beastmaster again, the same ban from Neon. They don't want to be dealing with that
5
hero. It can
seconds
really be
remaining.
annoying taking your tier 1 tower early and then just invading your jungle without any chances of you getting him out without a smoke. So Hoyo, they ban out the OD as well. Definitely a good hero against the Abaddon. Your burrow time is basically a
Radiant
non-existent
team
spell. You
pick.
just get Astral, then you're done. And Hoyo go for a Rubik. There are solid spells to steal here. Definitely from the Nyx, mainly from the Nyx, but usually the Nyxes don't really want to give you the Impale or leave the Impale on a lower level when playing against the Rubik. So
10 seconds
we'll see
remaining.
how well this can work out. But obviously, a pretty strong
5
laner can secure
seconds
the offlane
remaining.
for his score quite easily with the Fade Bolt.
Dire
He's
team pick.
quite formidable, and
I
the
speak for the
stun can be
trees.
problematic. Now, Neon, they go for a hero that Rubik doesn't really steal spells from. We'll see if it's going to be a position 5 or a core Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet against the Monkey King and the Abaddon would really rip them apart, so it wouldn't surprise me right
10
now
seconds remaining.
if Hoyo pick a position 5, something like a
5
Jakiro or
seconds
something along those
remaining.
lines that actually deals with the Nature's Prophet, because Abaddon and Monkey King, they're going to have a lot of trouble against the Nyx NP for sure. And if you try to swap out the lanes, put the Abaddon on the off lane, then they're just going to put the Nature's Prophet in mid and come to you with the Batrider. So kind of a tough spot for Hoyo. I really like how Neon approached this, getting this getting this Nature's Prophet. Plus, even if it's in the safe lane, it's a pretty solid hero given that and later on
Radiant
in the game,
team
Rubik can't
pick.
really steal any good spells from him. So Hoyo, they go for the Mars. They're not gonna be changing anything up. I like this idea. We're just gonna go with what we have set up for you. Mars is a pretty solid hero against basically everything that Neon has. Nyx can be quite problematic with just running into your shields of the arena
10 seconds
with the spike
remaining.
carapace, but other than that, Batrider and Nature's Prophet don't really like playing
5
against the
seconds
Mars. Mars can
remaining.
clear out the treants quite easily, and the Batrider before the BKB comes out is
Radiant
in big
team
trouble if he
ban.
gets caught in the
Points
arena.
away.
Neon, they go for the Pango. Um, so this to me is looking like a position 5 Nyx for Jonewell. Neon have ran it before, so it wouldn't surprise me if that's going to be the case right now as well. And it's gonna
10
be like
seconds remaining.
Nature's Prophet Pangolier in the offlane. At least that's what it
5 seconds
looks like to me.
remaining.
It could be an offlane Pango with a position 5 Nature's Prophet, but against the Monkey King Abaddon, I don't really see a point of not sending the Nature's Prophet to the offlane. So Hoyo, they need a mid laner.
Dire team ban.
You ban out the Storm and the Queen of Pain. I think that's the play from Neon. If you want the Batrider in mid, and given that you have Yopaj in your team, you probably do. You're also playing against the Abaddon, so you want a really farmed Batrider. Also against the Mars, you want that BKB as soon as possible.
Radiant
So
team ban.
Medusa is gonna get banned out. Neon do need a carry, so they're not gonna be playing the Medusa. Really limited damage on Hoyo. Monkey King would maybe need to go for a Diffusal Blade, so they don't want that to happen. I kind of feel Queen of Pain is the
Dire team
good
ban.
ban here. No, they're gonna ban the DP. So
Radiant
they're
team
confident
pick.
that they can deal with the queen, but Sonic Wave good against the Pangolier. It stopped his role in a spot for 1 or 2 seconds. It destroys the Batrider in the lane. Not a lot of stuns overall on Neon, and there is an Abaddon to cover you with a
10
Aphotic
seconds
Shield.
remaining.
Literally no secure stuns on Neon until the Batrider gets a blink
5
and can
seconds
lasso that
remaining.
queen. And like I said, you always have the Batrider to respond. The Alchemist has been banned as well. So Hoyo watching Neon's games yesterday, and uh, they do have a solid run at you lineup overall, but Neon Esports, they have 4 heroes that can constantly fight, so it wouldn't surprise me for them to just go for a really hard carry. Alchemist is definitely the one that hits the timing the fastest. What is it gonna be? They can go for a Riki, I guess. It wouldn't be bad at all. Mars doesn't really like playing against the Riki, given that he has 2 spells to get out of the arena. Though Rubik Mars lane can be quite formidable for any melee heroes. The Troll is banned, Medusa is banned, the Drow Ranger is in the pool, but not really the strongest hero right now. So teams are refraining from it. So Neon, what's going to be? They're actually thinking about it for a very long time. Rarely we see Neon in against some of these weaker teams. Um, Taking so much
Dire team
reserve
pick.
time. They usually have an idea what they want to play. It's gonna be the Riki, okay? Um, I like it against the Mars. Sure, Mars Rubik can be quite problematic for you, but once he does get his items, and there is a lot of space creators on his team, that he's one of those heroes that can actually join the fight even pre his Battle Fury. You get the power treads,
10
1 or 2 raid
seconds
bans, and you can
remaining.
join the fight. And then when the enemy team is kind of on the back foot,
5
then you can
seconds
start farming
remaining.
your Battle Fury. And once you get to that tags, it's pretty formidable. Plus, with the Pango and the Batrider in your team, those are 2 heroes that kind of run in. You always have someone to use your tricks of the trade on. So I like it for sure. There are some nice instant stuns here. Rubik lift into a Boundless Strike, into a Spear to keep this Riki in place. Not really any saves on Neon. So that can be problematic for him. But what do they go for now? I think Queen of Pain is the best hero for sure. Might not be the best hero in the meta right now, but looking at Heroes of Neon, there's really not that much to deal with her. She's going to have a solid lane, fast Orchid, and with that, then transitioning into the BKB and can definitely fight in the mid game with the Abaddon protecting her with the Aphotic Shield and the Mist Coil. So Hoyo, what's it gonna be? Are there any other heroes that actually deal well with the Batrider? LC is banned. You don't really want to put it in mid. Maybe it's a Mars mid. Though the Mars Rubik is a quite a formidable lane, so might not be something that we want to see. Hoyo are lacking some AoE magic damage. I guess Zeus is okay as well.
Choose your hero.
Okay, so they will send the Monkey King. No, they'll send the Slark in the mid lane against the Batrider. Meh. This pick is okay. If the Slark gets out of hand, sure. It can be problematic, but you do have Impale, you have the Rolling Thunder to deal with the ulti of the Slark, the Smoke Cloud from the Riki until the Slark gets a BKB. It does have the Abaddon to be running in.
10 seconds remaining.
So I said I would like Hoyo to be like on the aggressive constantly,
5
and this
seconds
kind of
remaining.
gives them that idea. I don't know if you guys remember when Mid One used to be in secret and he played the Slark and he would just constantly be jumping in and out of the fights, just creating space. If the Monkey King is joining in, you will have 5 heroes from Hoyo that can kind of constantly fight, running into you, and also they have the damage potential to kill the Batrider, the Slark, and the Monkey King being protected by the Abaddon. So I can see it working. It's quite unconventional. You are playing against a better team, so you should go for that. But I have to say, I like what Neon Esports have a little bit more. It's more conventional. It's in their comfort zone. Yopaj is playing the Batrider, a hero that I don't think that you should ever give to this guy. So to me, it's looking like it's going to be a 2-0, but Hoyo, I'm expecting them to just run at the enemy in this game, in the mid game, and give us a big bloodbath. So how is Neon going to answer that? They do have the Nature's Prophet to cut the waves, to split push, to be super annoying. But let's see. Hoyo versus Neon, game 2. It's 1-0 for Neon right now. They are coming in as the heavy favorites. Hoyo on the lower end of the
lower division DPC, while Neon, they are first in the upper division of the Southeast Asia DPC, so arguably the best DPC, best Southeast Asia team right now. Against Hoyo, who haven't been that great in this season, but we're hoping that they can evolve and give us some great performances, especially here at the Moon Studio New Year Showdown. So I want to see who's playing 3, who's playing 4. Scam. Okay, so it's gonna be Play Hard playing position 4 once again, and Scam playing the
So this whole mess is
the
all
Nature's
your
Prophet.
fault?
I kind of feel like he's going to be the core this game. No reason not to be. Like I said, Monkey King and the Abaddon don't deal with the Nature's Prophet at all in the lane. They're gonna have a lot of trouble. You can't really get close to him to get those Jingu stacks up. Plus, there's gonna be a Pangolier protecting him once the lucky shots come out. The Monkey King will have a lot of trouble getting those Jingu stacks up.
That does not
Mid
look
lane, it should be a farm trade. Slark does have solid amounts of damage, 57 compared to a 47 of the bat, but the sticky napalm helps with that. For Yopar, so it should be a farm trade there. For sure, with Slark not really needing to bring out any region, given that he already starts off with a magic wand. So not the easiest matchup for Yopaj. We could be seeing Slark coming out ahead in that lane. Bottom lane, Ricky and the Nyx against Mars and Rubik. I kind of feel like this is gonna be a skill-based lane. Rubik and the Mars, they should have an advantage here, but always the Nyx can get some nice double impales with a jump from the Ricky. And the Rubik can most likely die. Plus the Ricky is quite immune to the harass, given that he has so much armor and HP regen. So 4 heroes from Hoyo are on bot, so they definitely want to secure 2 runes.
30 seconds
Neon, do they
to
want to be
battle.
bringing more heroes? It doesn't seem likely. Monkey King turned into a nice little turtle. He's gonna go into the water, but... or a tortoise. It's not a turtle. Turtles are the water ones, as far as I know.
Yes.
So, next wants
The
to
battle
get
begins.
the rune, but he won't be getting anything. He starts off with the Ring of Protection, so he's actually thinking that he's gonna get harassed quite a lot. He now knows that there is a ward in the vicinity, gonna get hit again, and he knows where it is, so it wouldn't surprise me right now if it gets denied. No. Okay, they know where it is, but Jokem not really going for a ward deny right now. Mid lane, this lane shouldn't be too interesting for sure. Top lane, I feel like this is where we're gonna be seeing the most fighting. Okay, and they actually change it up. Tiger goes to top. They don't want their Monkey King laning on the top lane, and this is gonna be a little bit of an advantage for Hoyo, since they are laning a Monkey King against 2 melee heroes. If they manage to pull the lane a little bit back, it's gonna be problematic for Natsumi and Junuel to stay safe in this lane. So nicely done by Hoyo, understanding where they want to send their Monkey King, and he's definitely gonna have a better time here than top lane, though he needs to be careful. He can get run down here if he is he's not careful, though. The Nature's Prophet now DPs to the bottom lane. Mizu does have a DP, Ricky did use his, so I'm not sure if that would be a perfect lane for Ricky, though. They could stay S3 there if needed. So Play Hard will be securing this for Natsumi, and here comes DP from Mizu, so I'm not sure that this is the smartest move for sure. Now with the Abaddon here protecting the Monkey King, he's even more formidable than with the Rubik there. Natsumi is gonna have a lot of trouble. Play Hard secures the range creep, or just a creep, and now here comes Jonah, so they want to come here with 3 heroes. And that's definitely the right choice for sure. So it's
Zero taking some solid damage here. The Impale will connect as well, though the Abaddon will be fine. Does have some tangos and the Salve as well on top with the Mango. They'll be able to sustain through this. So 3 heroes will be committed from Neon on the top lane. And nope, actually Playhard wants to help Scam on the bottom lane, who is farming really well. Jocam getting slowed down. There is a Orb of Venom on this Spangolier, but Jocam with the boots will be able to create enough distance between himself and the enemies. The Riki being bot now. He really doesn't want to play against this Monkey King. Tiger getting slowed down by the Orb of Venom. Monkey has a TP as well. He wants to go for it. He's actually gonna go on this game right now, getting the Jingu stacks up. Will slap him a few times across the face with his pole. Not really anything too much, and now he's TPing on bot. Junwell doesn't have Impale right now, and they know that Mizu is on bot lane right now, though. Natsumi's musical lanes
Top tower is under attack.
haven't really treated him right. He's not having the best of times, but Mizu not really farming that well either. Tiger being on top, and we're seeing so many lane swaps. Both of the teams just looking to get their perfect lanes. Is that really gonna be happening? Riki has a TP in 20 seconds. Let's see where the Scam NP will be going. He's gonna go on the bottom lane. They wanna get a kill. If they get on top of Mizu, it would be bad for him. Play hard. Let's have the Orb of Venom. If they can get on top of him, but Mizu is in a defensive enough position, and with a TP from Sub-Zero, he's gonna be more than fine. Mid lane, we see Fearless actually coming out on top, though he did get quite low. The rune spawns on the bottom lane, and Rubik gets it. That's quite unfortunate from Yopaj. He won't be getting the rune, and he definitely needs the bottom refill if he wants to successfully lane against this Fearless Lark. Bottom lane, seeing a go onto the Scam. Mizu going in with the Boundless Strike. That's not gonna be enough to keep Scam in place. Playhard using the Salve, but immediately gets cancelled by Jocam. He does have the DD, will turn around on the Pangolier, doing a lot of damage. He sees him with the ward. Now he turns around, he's hoping for the lucky shot, but no such luck will happen.
What is this?
Jocam gets the first blood. Hoyo strong first once again. Scam trying to run away. He does have the TP out and will be able to get it. Oh, he actually just TPs to the left, so he doesn't want to go into the base and will get that ward denied. Finally, Hoyo lose their vision behind the tower, and with that their aggression will stop. Still a 1k goal lead for Hoyo. Now the bounty runes are gonna be coming. It's gonna be a 2-for-2 trade, so nothing will really change between these two teams in terms of net worth. We see the Slark doing really well in mid with 11 denies and 27 CS. He's actually doing so well against Yopaj. Nice flame break there. The range creep for himself. Fearless taking a lot of damage. He needs to be careful. Doesn't have his ulti. Another creep needs to die. He's gonna turn around on the Yopaj. Get the ulti right now, and Yopaj is going to die. Even Jocam
Anyone could
shows his face there, but he doesn't manage to accomplish anything. And on top lane, Tiger has died. That's quite unusual, to be honest. Nyx level 3 and the Riki level 4 killing a Mars next to a tower.
Radiant
Not something
structures
that
are
we see
fortified.
too often. So, bottom lane. Neon, they want to go for Mizu? Not really, but with Jocam coming in, Neon are gonna have to run away. Scam taking a lot of damage. There's gonna be a Boundless Strike proccing fairly soon, but a beautiful swashbuckle there, keeping them away with the lucky shot. Not gonna allow Mizu to do anything.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Generation.
He's coming, but it's just going to be a lane swap, so they won't really be fighting. Hanging on to Mizu, they might want to go on him. He does have the Quelling Blade if he wants to eat out of the Sprout. Abaddon immediately TPing in. He doesn't have
Mizu be alone, they come in, Mizu is taking so much damage, gonna go with the boundless strike connecting onto 2, can he survive this? Will get the Jingo's test, he needs to turn around to get the
Dire's
kills,
top tower
will get
is under
salved,
attack.
and Mizu survives.
Dire's
Nicely done there
structures
from
are
Hoyo.
fortified.
Neon trying to go for the kill, but they will be doing a lot of damage to his tower. Zero doesn't really have that much mana. He has 4 stick charges, so that will give him enough mana for 1 Aphotic Shield. Natsumi could be in trouble. The Boundless Strike, there is no mana on Mizu, which means that they can't really go any aggressive. This tower will fall for sure, but let's see if there's gonna be a deny happening. Yes, there will. Zero gets denied. Now a slow comes out from Play Hard, but they don't have enough to pursue. But Slark, he's coming in from the side, fearless. He hasn't been spotted. He knows that because of the Shadow Dance. This courier will show him right now. Play Hard doesn't have a swashbuckle, no mana for it. Wants to go for this clarity. Let's see if he'll gonna be using it. The Boundless Strike will connect. Play Hard in a lot of trouble, and Fearless comes in, gets that 1 perma agi for himself, but the one that gets the kill is Mizu. So Hoyo, they get 1 more kill. That's 3-1 right now. They might have lost the tower, but still, in terms of kills and net worth, they are in the lead. Yopaj, despite not that great of a laning stage, is doing good right now. Jokem thinking about going in. Play Hard will just refill the bottle, and Hoyo will get away. They don't really want to challenge this Batrider. Jokem taking some damage, but with a Slark here, Yopaj really doesn't have any wish to fight. Beautiful ward here from Hoyo. It's actually scouting out everything. And if you put a sentry in the river, you might not catch it. So a pretty nice ward for sure. From Hoyo, great start for their team. Slark going for a Diffusal Blade. That's exactly the item that I wanted to see. Just go for a full run at you type build. Just a second here. Abaddon getting caught. Natsumi does have level 6. He's doing so much damage, but the Boundless Strike will keep Set0 alive for now. The slows on Natsumi not gonna be enough. He's getting quite low on the Riki as well. Mizu is going on to Junrel. No points in the Spike Carapace. Quite an unusual build from Junrel, but here comes Fearless. He wants to go onto this Nyx Assassin. No mana on the Impale just yet. He's gonna turn around, purge the mana of Fearless, but in the end they do get the kill. That's another perma agility. The Slark is gonna get slapped by Fearless there. Natsumi just asserting dominance and running away. So hit and run. A bit of a scaredy cat move from him, but it's still fun to sometimes just be annoying to the enemies like that. Still Hoyo holding a firm grip on that 1k gold lead. Yopaj continuing to farm. He's not. Okay, actually that's his Boots of Travel right now. I thought I saw he had a 1k gold, but my eyes have been deceiving me, and he does get a pretty early Boots of Travel. Usually we see him having even more, but considering that he died once in this game and not really having any kills, quite unusual for him, he won't be having it that early. We see all 4 cores, all 6 cores around the map. They're doing okay, so both teams are doing fine. So I'm gonna leave this to Rubik. Rubik does have level 6. Best spell to steal, most likely the Impale. That's not gonna be easily done against the Nyx, who's always using his mana burn after the Impale. But he can also get the Swashbuckle. That's gonna give him some mobility. Bottom lane, play cards, doesn't have level 6, the arena has been used, doesn't have the swashbuckle right now, and he is gone. That's another permanent agility on this Lark, and they even give him the kill. Going to bring him so close to the beautiful play. Top lane though, there's a fight coming out, and Mizu will be dying. Surrounded by 4 heroes, he gets brought down easily without Hoyo ever getting a chance to react. So Neon, again, even though they're losing the laning stage, they're controlling the map quite well and transitioning well into the mid game. You see this Yopaj Batrider, he's actually stacking camps in the enemy woods.
Bottom tower is under attack.
He's gonna try to farm them right now. The sticky napalm will get stolen. Not really the best spell for the Rubik. Try to get some creeps and will be able to do so. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Hoyo secure a tower for themselves, opening up the map a little bit more, which is gonna be important once these heroes wanna start chasing the enemy. My team only an Orb of Corrosion. They want to go on to Natsumi. They will connect with the slow from the Primal Swing. Natsumi in a lot of trouble. The bounce strike connects onto two. Not he does have a blink strike out. He is still dusted. They need a few more hits. He does have the tricks of the trade. He's not going to be using it just yet, but the Fade Bolt actually brings him down. So he gets a chance to do so, but on the bottom lane, they've got two Fearless trying to run away with the Shadow Dance. He's going to be able to do so. Mars, no such luck. This Abaddon looking pretty dead, but he does have sticks and the Aphotic Shield, so he will be fine. Fearless, meanwhile, he purchased it off, everything off with the Dark Pack, so these two will survive. A 1-for-1 across the map. A little bit in favor of Hoyo, given that they did kill that Ricky, and they do get a little bit of a more favorable gold swing, but overall, somewhat of a trade round map. Yopaj, he wants the Arcane Rune, but a beautiful play from the Rubik. He now steals the Spike Carapace. He had that stolen Sprout from the Nature's Prophet, and with that he makes sure that Yopaj doesn't get the Arcane Rune, which kind of forces him to go back to the base to refill his mana. He's going for a Blink, not going for a BKB immediately. So I kind of would prefer a BKB, but Yopaj is a Batrider specialist for sure, so definitely knows what kind of a build he wants. The Blink 4 staff isn't really something that we've been seeing too much, but he wants to get away from the Abaddon as soon as possible so that the Aphotic Shield cannot make a difference. Joel will scout out Mizu. They do have the ulti from the Nature's Prophet. If they want to use it, they definitely can. And with a TP, this Monkey King could die. There's the stun with the mana burn, and that's gonna be just some harass. Gonna use the Spike Carapace with this. He's most likely gonna die, but Yopaj is coming in. Oh, yeah, you don't want to be here with a Flame Break, pulling them all both back, and both of them will burn out. Yopaj gets one kill, the other one goes to Jonuel's mana burn. Beautifully done there by Neon, just baiting in Fearless. No mana on him, he does have 6 stick charges. He can go for his Shadow Dance if he wants to. Santero is there to remove the stun, but Slark no more mana. He's gonna get mana burn from Jonuel. Now turns around to the fight. There's the arena as well. Batrider taking a lot of damage. This Abaddon is keeping the Slark alive, and can he get out? Slark very low. He has the Shadow Dance, has the blink, has the jump away as well. Seems like he'll be surviving. The Swashbuckle is there. Fearless is still fine. Uses the Diffusal Blade and will be surviving, but Zero will not have such luck. He's gonna go down. Journal using the Spike Carapace. It will keep Tiger away, and in the end they will disperse. Mizu, it seems like he wants to join this fight, but everyone has already ran away, and he's just gonna continue farming with his Primal Spring. Going for the Maelstrom Axe build, most likely on Mizu. Maybe he even gets the BKB before it. Fearless, not going in this case. He's gonna take it. Playcard's in a lot of trouble. No mana on him. Playcard will go down, getting lifted up, and Fearless will get another permanent agility, though Joe Cam does get the credit for that kill. 1k gold lead for Hoyo. They're still in this game, definitely showing teeth to Neon. Know that Neon usually start taking the map at like 20 minutes into the game, but this time around they do have this Ricky, so you really need that battle period. It's gonna be a pretty late one, those musical lanes, really putting the hurt on him. Spike Carapace, but only level 1. This tier 1 will be forfeited to Hoyo. Nothing that Neon can do about it, and they know that the ward has been placed there, so Scam scouting that out. Set Zero trying to be cute, but
Dire's top tower is
really
under attack.
too much. They are controlling the bottom part of the map perfectly from Hoyo, so if Neon wants to fight here, they could be in a lot of trouble. Bad as a blink, stun, Jono not gonna get it, they don't get him off the trees, but still Mizu is going to fall with a TP from Scam. There's no one there to really assist the Monkey King, and Mizu will go down. A solid kill for Neon. That's a blink dagger reveal from the Batrider. He's still thinking about going for the 4 staff. Jonuel getting caught in the arena, but he's gonna be fine. They need to run away right now. Slark doesn't have mana. Once more, they're in a lot of trouble with the clouds from the Riki. No way for him to get out. Burrow time will get popped, and Setzeroki will be the next casualty as well. No DP on him, meaning he's going down. And there, Neon, they're starting to overwhelm Hoyo. Still, here, this game is far from over. Yopaj thinking about going in. Here comes Scam. It's gonna silence the Monkey King. Yopaj is going in, but the flame, the Firefly will run out. Though Natsumi gets a triple kill in the backline, finding Joe Cam, and that's another kill into the hands of Neon. They started this fight on the back foot, but then fast they actually made it go their way. Jono is gonna get healed up and stand up to a tree with the Jingu stacks coming up from Mizu there. He will get the heal easily. Opaj has to blink away, but you're not going anywhere, my friend. You're surrounded by 4 heroes. Or is he? He's pretty fast. The Firefly is still going out. They won't be able to stop him with that missed bounce. Opaj will be able to survive, gets around the hill, and he is fine for now. It's like they're chasing still. There is a Yule on Tiger. Hoyo trying to break that blink, but won't be able to do so. The missed coil not connecting. Meanwhile, Scam, he is just playing everywhere around this map. He's insanely farmed. All 3 cores on the side of Neon, they're topping the network charts. Really not a big discrepancy between them and the cores of Hoyo, but there is a difference anyways, so that has to amount to something. Slark going for an axe, so he wants to be jumping on these guys quite hard. He takes the point booster first, so he wants some tankiness. We'll see how much the double bounce will do for him. He wants to fearlessly jump in. Okay, Joel getting caught here, slow down by the Slark. Gonna jump him as well, but that just yet, trying to turn around. The Impale has been stolen, it's only a level 2 Impale, but Joe Cam will be happy with it. Anyways, Playhard getting on the low ground with a swashbuckle, it will keep him healthy. Neon still sporting a 1k gold lead, but they lose their Nyx in the process. This mana burn is a big problem for Fearless, and Zero trying to deny them, take that ward, but it's gonna get denied by the Pangolier. Natsumi, he has the Battle Fury, and his farm is gonna start ramping up quite a lot right now. Hoyo, they don't have a single flash farmer capable of going toe-to-toe with the Riki. So this axe will come out fairly soon. Zero getting slowed down. He does have the burrow time, but that's just gonna give him some small amount of time to stay in the world of the living. Natsumi coming from the side. They do have the arena with the Yule. No way for him to go anywhere with the Boundless Strike and the lift. He will go down. Fearless thinking about going in. He's gonna have to use his ulti. Yopaj has to blink away. He doesn't have any chances of doing anything there. And Neon, they lose their Riki. So even though he is this flash farming hero, he does lose his life. He's making a mistake there, walking into a ward. And the sentry and the swift Yules into an arena will be enough to bring him down. Hoyo, if they catch anyone on the side of Neon, they do have enough lockdown and damage to bring down any hero at basically any point of the game. So even when Neon have all of the items they need, you can get lifted and just brought down so easily by what Hoyo have. So I really like their draft and their potential to pick off people, but this Lark, he needs to have a bit more right now. He is the top of the network chart on the side of Hoyo, but that Axe and the BKB, they need to come out fairly soon because he's having some real mana problems for sure, and the smoke screen from the Riki won't help his issue either. Natsumi now farming the ancient stack. That's quite a lot of influx of gold for him. Gets it and will have his point booster now. He decides to go for it. The Blade of Alacrity, which is kind of a better item for Riki for sure for that amount of gold. Yopaj thinking about going for Mizu, but not seeing anyone on the map. I think he's gonna decide against it. Firefly, he actually feels quite threatened here. Joe Camp still does have the Impale. He's gonna get Flame break there and won't be able to pursue the Yopaj. Batrider does have the Ether Lens, so that's quite a long range telekinesis plus the Impale, but if he can't get close, doesn't mean that much. Yo, going for a smoke. They see the they have the Mars illusion as well to scout there. Now they know where the enemies are, but that's just an illusion. It won't really accomplish much. They saw the Nyx going into the Vendetta. We do want to go in. It doesn't seem like they want to go into the enemy triangle, which is quite understandable. If they are forcing Neon into their triangle, they have all these flash farmers, the Furion, the Battle Fury Riki. If they're in their triangle, they're definitely losing out on a lot of farm. Fearless being very aggressive here. If Joel finds him, be dying. Uses the Dark Back just in time, but not gonna help him against the Cloud from the Riki, and that Zero is just gonna follow his comrade into death, getting chopped down. They see the Rubik as well. They don't have anything to stun him. Junel goes for the Impale, but it's too late. So Hoyo, they lose too. Fearless being
Radiant's
too
bottom
cocky
tower
there.
is under attack.
For no apparent reason, to be
Dire's
honest.
top
Without the
tower
BKB,
is
you
under
can't
attack.
deal with the smoke screen. Natsumi is just proving to be a big problem for him.
Radiant
If he
are
doesn't get a
scanning.
BKB soon, he's gonna be in a lot of trouble. He's going for an Axe. He's almost there. So that's gonna be nice, but will Neon give him enough time to farm a BKB? Hoyo, they might have played this a little bit too greedy, especially Fearless. King, does he wanna go in? No. He's going to go for a BKB as well. They know we need BKBs. We need to fight right now. Neon are taking the lead. They're taking the momentum. And Yopaj even has that 4-staff right now, so Neon are the ones initiating, and they have these heroes to split the map, to actually catch people out. The Nyx and the Furion, a pretty formidable combo. Oh, Mizu, he could be dying here. He didn't use the Spike here face in time, but will use the Impale. The Impale gets stolen by Jokam. A beautiful return stun, and Nyx goes down. Mizu not even needing to use the Boundless Strike there. Misplay from him, not using the Spike carapace in time will cause them the kill and him his life. Furion not really interested in coming there. Even with the BKB, he would have just put himself in a unfavorable position. Fearless has the Axe. It's gonna come out right now, so 2 bounce charges are there. I haven't seen a Slark being played for a very long time, especially one with the Axe Scepter, so it can catch Neon off guard, though Fearless will see how good he's gonna be with those bounces. That can be very hard to hit, especially if you're not playing it that often. Oh, yo. The enemy triangle, they wanna fight. It seems like Neon know where the enemies are. They will smoke themselves. Where are they going to go? It seems like they're pinging the bottom part of the map. No, they wanna fight in the mid. So it is gonna show Fearless coming in, but here comes the rolling thunder. You're gonna use the lasso, but that's not gonna be happening. So stolen lasso has been taken by the Rubik. Play card going in. Jokam was gonna use the lasso, but will die immediately. No nice arena. Pangler in a lot of trouble. Sensero taking a lot of damage, but in the backlines, Mizu is almost dead. The nice boundless strike will keep him alive for some time, but not long enough. Fearless now, he needs to run away. He's gonna use the diffuser blade to keep Natsumi away from himself. He tries to run. Do they have enough damage? No, Fearless will survive, but in the backlines, the rest of Hoyo is not so lucky. 3 of them have already fallen to Neon, and now they're already looking towards Roche with the 4 levels in the lucky shot. This Roche will go down. Even the fight starting off that well for Hoyo. The Neon using the lasso, it gets stolen, immediately purged from Hoyo. Still, they don't manage to win a fight, and Neon now going into the Roche are in firm control of game number 2 and looking to take the series. They won't be making the same mistake as they did against Yangon, giving them 1 game yesterday here at the New Year Showdown. They want a clean victory here against Hoyo, and by the looks of it, that's exactly what's going to happen. Junel now, he wants to scout someone out. Yopaj is already there. This is a pretty fast rotation. If someone comes there unawaring, he could be going down quite easily. The Yopaj shows himself and will clear out the wave. So Junel is just gonna be the one scouting for his teammate just to make sure that Yopaj is safe, while the other lanes are getting pushed out by Neon. Fearless, he will scout out Jonel, but Nyx is already on the high ground and in a defensive enough position. They use a nice ward there, know where the enemies are, and Zero, he doesn't get caught there. I'm not sure what Yopaj was doing. He does have a 4-staff to get out. It seems like Zero will be fine. He does have the burrow time. But now Fearless, he jumps in onto the Nyx. Spike carapace will get used up, and this Lark gets the Zan in his ulti. Now rolling thunder on him in the backline. We see Natsumi even killing everyone, and poor Slark, he is being kept in place without any mana and brought down. And now they're in the triangle. They even get the poor Abaddon. They're going on to Jokane right now, but nothing really to stop his TP. They've already used everything they had, Neon, but that's enough. A beautiful 4-staff Monkey King getting caught on the trees, brought down from the trees and brought down in real life, sent to the base for 50 seconds to enjoy the company of his dead teammates. Natsumi thinking about going for Jokame. A beautiful impale there from him. It's gonna keep him safe. The stolen swashbuckle means that Jokame does have the mobility to get out of the grasp of this Riki, who already has the Axe Scepter, and the Blink Dagger will be coming in no time.
Is under attack.
Cam Going for the Fade Bolt. He doesn't use the Swashbuckle. If he did there, it would have been as dead since Juno was already ready with the Spike Airface, but in the end, they even defend that tier 2 tower. 12k goal lead, 26 minutes into the game, not insurmountable, but we are seeing the difference in class between these two teams in both of these games. Yopaj understanding perfectly how he needs to play this Batrider, and now he's going for a Bloodstone. Jonewell getting caught there, he's gonna get the ult up, he still has the Spike Airface, continues to be there, that's gonna stun out the Mars. Look at how much damage this Natsumi is doing, and now they turn off the Monkey King into the first casualty. Tiger using his ulti, but the roll will go through it. Flakeheart wanting to get him, there's a silence onto the Rubik, into the backlines. The Slark has to use the Shadow Dance to run away once more. The fail will not get, but now this is going to be a chase. He does have a bounce, he's gonna go onto the high ground, but getting caught on the hill. Do they have a stun for him? Not really. Fearless gets out once more. Riki almost dying there, but that would have been only been the Aegis. Now Rubik getting caught. He does have the Swashbuckle, has TP ready, but with Nyx coming in, Rubik is not going anywhere, and Jocam will be the second casualty for his team. Neon, they're overwhelming these fights. It's a miracle that Hoyo are losing just one or two heroes in these engagements, since it's Neon
Dire's
completely
bottom
controlling
tower
them and
is
just
under attack.
overwhelming them at any part of the team fight. Even Hoyo, they try to split it up, and they're just getting caught left and right. Zero, no ulti for 4 seconds. There's very low chances that he's gonna die before it comes up. Eric has been found out, silenced up, and will be able to use his burrow time. Now trying to TP away the roll, not being used. Pangolier seeing that he wasn't going to make it in time. Yopaj, he's looking at Fearless. There is a Shadow Dance ready. Fearless should be okay here with a double pounce ready, and Yopaj will just blink away, understanding that he cannot pursue this Slark. 23 to 12, 16k goal lead, 28 minutes in. Mizu has his BKB, Slark working towards his, but nowhere close to it. He's 2.5k gold away. He really needs a lot before he's able to farm it up, and given that they only have the triangle to farm, they are in a lot of trouble right now. Hoyo, the Slark really needed that BKB. He needs to kill the Nyx, but is not able to do it right now with the Axe Scepter. They were hoping of just running down the enemies, but Fearless being too greedy with his build is gonna cost them for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Monkey King, he's the one with the BKB. Once he gets the axe with his Maelstrom, the damage he dishes out is gonna be insane. The Neon, they're never fighting in one spot, they're always running around. Jocam will show his face, and that will go down. There's the tricks into trade. Jocam getting killed up, but Natsumi even had the Crystalist. And now they see Set Zero, they don't really care about him. Yopaj will take care of him himself. Mars getting caught here, stunned up, Natsumi comes in, damage is gonna go down. The Abaddon actually manages to TP to the base, so they left him for a bigger kill, and they're gonna be happy with that scam. Oh, poor Mizu. Yopaj, he knew he was gonna find someone with the tricks of the trade. They should have enough damage. The Monkey King's mischief won't help him there for sure. Now they found out the Abaddon as well. His burrow time has been forced out by Yopaj in the last engagement. He's dead as well. Now they're chasing on to Fearless as well. They want to get him out of here as fast as possible. Vendetta is not ready on Juno, but he has already beat the base. Scam does have a Deso and a Bloodthorn as well. They want to get these Draxes down as fast as possible. And now Fearless jumping in, fearlessly getting silenced and brought down immediately. No buyback on him. This could be GG right now. What we're looking at, Zero has burrow time in 2 seconds. It won't get popped by this flame break, so he's gonna be fine just using the Aphotic Shield. Cam getting lifted up. He hasn't used his BKB even once. They go for the silence onto the Mars. He does have a BKB. Now Scam uses his BKB for the first time. He has to run away from this arena, not really accomplishing much. He didn't goes for the TP out and has a TP to come back into the fight. Tiger coming in is gonna get caught. Not even a stun needed. Monkey King getting brought down from the trees. He's done as well. And everyone is gonna die. This could be GG called right now. I'm not sure if Hoyo wants to get destroyed anymore. Nope, Fearless has had enough, and he will call GG. Accept defeat to the Neon. Really, it's not that big deal. You lost against the top 1 Southeast Asia team in the DPC right now. So Hoyo, they shouldn't be feeling too bummed out. They gave us a good 2 games, but in the end, they were no match for Neon. Neon with a clean game once more, but I have to say, Hoyo,
a bit of a greedy build from the Slark, not really getting to that BKB, and then the BKBs from the Mars and the Monkey King not really being able to get used up to their full potential. On the other hand, Neon, again, they're not doing that great in the laning phase. Hoyo did draft a good lanes for them. We saw some musical lanes. It was fun seeing TPs left and right. But in the end, that didn't really do much for Hoyo. Even with favorable lanes in the mid game, you always see who's the better team. And today,
Storm, they still managed to win a fight. But yeah, we could see why Bombi has been praised throughout this DPC season. Like this play, coil into 4-staff play, where he just breaks the coil. Felt really, really good. And yeah, still 5 dead.
Yeah, looking like they're just going to be dead the entire duration of the rest of this game. And yeah, you know, Beastmaster comes back, but the Ancient, it explodes, and game 1 goes to Fnatic.
496 did a very good job for the first like 12, 13 minutes, and after that it just fell apart. Good decision making by DJ, 2 supports really shining. Just overall great gameplay, understanding what needs to be done. They exactly did the same thing by time for Breaking Radiance to come online, keep fighting with Ravage. Pretty simple stuff.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Jebs and DJ really doing a lot of work there. Again, supports. You could be the hero in your game. Just have a positive mental attitude. Get that 6. You turn things around. You're that guy. So, well, to break it down a little bit more, we'll go back to the panel. Back over to you guys.
Yep, Fnatic take game number 1 and give 496's Truffles a good old ruffling. And here to break it down on the panel with me is Black and Lizard. Guys, thoughts about this game number 1? What stood out to you?
I'm a +5. I'm stuck in my bracket. If you play like that, you won't be. Because there was a pretty clinical performance by especially DJ, but Jabs also did a really good job.
I'd still suggest that you take these advices with a pinch of salt. Like, yeah, it's great, but being a core for your MMR at least is a little bit easier to accomplish. Like playing a core, getting that MMR. However, back to the game. 496, perfect opening to the game at least. Perfect opening to the series. The way they played the lanes, the way they pressured the tier 2 on the bottom lane was exemplary, really, the way they move. The problem is when you put so many cores so early on that bottom lane, who's farming the triangle? No one. And that Jug doesn't have a Battle Fury, he has a Maelstrom, he isn't going to scale as much. So if you're winning so hard, I believe maybe you could even go for a little bit more of a greedier build on Jug. But this is where the game was a little bit lost for 496, as after they take the tier 2, they try to go for the Tide, who has Medallion, Hood. You don't kill him, and you just get destroyed afterwards. There were a couple of obviously good engagements by the Disruptor with the Aghanim's, the Clock stealing the Aegis. That was really, really good for Fnatic, but this was the turning point. This stopped their snowball.
Yeah, but this was quite late already, because the Wraith King just finishes Radiance, he joins the fight, and suddenly he just destroys them. I feel like if they do it like a little bit earlier, you know?
Yeah, it was just a little bit off tempo for 496, and I feel like there were inches from greatness in this game. I really do. Like, the first 15 minutes was looking kind of good. And then, I mean, this play at mid we saw earlier where they kind of went on the Tide with 3 heroes. I mean, that's never going to work under a tier, like right in front of a tier 2 where it will TP'd into. Like, I don't really know what the plan was there. Definitely some miscommunication. Maybe they expected the Raw. Maybe they had a different idea on what they were actually doing there. But all the same, it did look very awkward. Ended up getting them killed. And, you know, that's a problem with this kind of draft from 496. If you make one critical mistake, the game just gets so difficult.
Yeah. It really always feels that way with 496.
Yeah.
1 inch away from greatness.
Yeah, they have lost so many games in those 60, 70-minute games. You know, one mistake just seals the deal. And yeah, that's what I just mean with stability. You know, like they only know aggression. They don't know how to hold back at all. And against like a wall like Fnatic, you know, it's not easy to break. And here they didn't break.
They did not. I would say that I kind of like the Juggernaut going for the Maelstrom. I felt like it allowed him to play at the tempo which they needed to play at. Like, he built the items he needed to build, but unfortunately it was the plays which let them down in the end. What about Bounty? Was he really such a crux in this draft, or do you reckon he could have been that secret ingredient that made it work?
Yeah, he was fine. Like later on, you obviously see situations in which Clockwork solos him pretty much. But overall, the laning stage itself wasn't bad. They did well with him. And throughout the game, he had some impact while they were still snowballing. Later on, obviously, he falls off.
Yeah, my biggest problem with Bounty support is just look at what Clock did and what Disruptor did. They just have so much more potential
in this
as a
draft,
hero.
or do you reckon he could have been that secret ingredient that made it work?
I feel like he played really well for the position he was put into. Got a lot of kills on the back line, you know. Like a lot of those team fights, actually, he salvaged for his team. But he's just a bounty hunter, you know. He can't get like a game-winning Disruptor ult or like a game-winning hook shot. Just you track people and you throw shurikens.
And throwback with this Disruptor to the old school builds that we have seen maybe a year and a half ago with the Null Talisman going into the lane. Just to spam out that Thunderstrike like one more time, it gives you some more damage obviously and the magic increase, but straight into Aghanims afterwards. That's from position, from position 4, yeah, that can work definitely.
Baller move, definitely
and it did
a baller move. Yep, certainly did. Alrighty, our MVP for this series, well, it's either going to be Jabs or DJ. Which one is it going to be? It's DJ, playing on the Clockwork.
Unsurprisingly.
It's got to be, right? Like that 3-man cogs into the 3-man Static Storm, the Roche steals. My goodness, this guy was playing on another level this game.
Yeah, on the bottom lane next to the tier 2, they also kill off Juggernaut with his initiation into Static Storm. So overall, the age is still, yeah, he definitely deserves it.
I love the way before the game as well, you know, we're talking about how people were talking about how, you know, DJ, Jabs, is there room for both of them on the same team? I mean, in this game, there's just kind of, it's almost like they were listening. They're like, hey, screw these guys. We'll show them. We'll show them what we're made of. And they certainly did exactly that. It's great to be wrong sometimes. And we certainly, well, I was the one who was bringing up those doubts, which have been displayed across the board. But definitely Fnatic showing that they are a well put together team right now. They're looking like a well-oiled death machine in this region. I'm starting to ask the question, you know, they've already had the matchup versus Neon, haven't they?
They lost.
Yeah, they lost that game, but earlier on in the tournament. What about now? Do you think it would be a closer series now that they've kind of got into gear a bit?
Yeah, I think so, definitely, right?
Wait, Fnatic played Neon already?
I think.
I thought they had the last matchup on the last day, or something like that. Am I wrong? I don't know.
Or is it TNC versus them? You might be right.
We will
might
find
I thought it was the final match.
We'll find it out
the break.
definitely after the break.
Yes, we will indeed. And of course, guys, we want to hear from you as well. So head over to Twitter, hashtag DPCSEA, and let us know your thoughts and most importantly, your memes on these games, on the region. We want to hear anything you guys have got to throw at us because we love hearing from you guys, our lovely, lovely viewers, and laughing at your good jokes. Hopefully. And of course, if you guys want to go and check out the YouTube stream as well, we're in 4K definition, so head over there as well. And of course, check out our sponsors who are Secret Lab and HyperX for this event. So if you're in the market for any hardware, either whether that be a seat or some computer hardware, then head over to HyperX or Secret Lab. We are going to throw it over to a break, after which we will be back with game number 2 of Fnatic versus 496. So don't go anywhere, and we'll see you very soon. region. I'm here with Black and Lizard as we get into game number 2. Fnatic versus 496. These two teams battling it out. A very important win for 496, but unfortunately they're a game down. Meanwhile, Fnatic continuing to show their dominance in the region and spanking them good and proper in game number 1. Can they do the same in game number 2? Probably.
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. What heroes would you like to see coming out from 496 then to try and get them the advantage?
Not
well,
Bounty.
we won't see the Bounty, we won't see the Phoenix or the Cutlass. They have all been banned out. What's remaining for Bombi, Boy? There's Winter Wyvern and Wind Ranger. I almost said Wind
And
Wyvern.
techies.
And no.
Yes.
No, please,
Yes.
no. No
Yes.
techies.
I'm fully on board
Definitely
with
yes.
techies. If they go techies, I'm predicting 496 100%. I
Really?
believe in
You
that.
are?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
100%?
100%.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, you guys do you. What can I say? I can't really blame you for believing in Bombi techies.
Look at this guy. He's talking so much, Bombi. He's rap godding this
Give me the
stuff.
damn techies, man. I got this game in my hand here.
Get out of my way.
Get out of my way, because I've...
Internet cafe or something?
No,
that
it's a
he's
model
in?
boutique. We already talked about that.
Model boutique. I
Or a
see.
space station.
Or a space station.
Yeah, one of the two.
Or a model boutique in a space station.
Ah, we got it. We got it.
I
We
think
figured
now
it.
we figured it out.
We did it. We put our brains together, Black, and we reached the conclusion.
Always works.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. 100%
How
success
are you
rate.
guys so smart? Like you figure everything
We
out. You
also
should-
don't know. We struggle with it daily.
Yeah.
Just
It's
like
a
this
blessing and a
first pick
curse.
IO. Like, so
Boom.
smart.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
We have seen plenty of carry IOs in the region. We have seen some position 4 or mid lane as well. But yeah, very opening and
Very open opening.
Very open opening.
That's what you want from an opening.
Yeah,
If your opening is closed, then you're
it's-
suffering an oxymoron, and no one wants that.
Yeah, and 496 they do have. They're in this position in which they can pick Winter Wyvern, right?
Or Bounty
It's-
Hunter.
Or techies.
Dude, they're already down to 1 minute 20. They used over a minute already.
All right, think about it, right? Techies, right? You just predict where the eye is going to reload in, and you put all the bombs there. Boom.
Yes.
Two kills straight off the bat.
Yeah,
Easy.
for big brains such as you two, like mining the proper spots.
It's easy.
It's easy, right? It
Yes.
wouldn't be a problem
Yeah.
at all.
Every time you see the circle, you already know. Fool. But they're really running through their time here.
And it's the opening.
Yeah.
It's like the first pick. It's the first stage.
Now they
You
got
shouldn't be
we're so surprised.
Yeah.
What do we do?
You shouldn't be struggling here. Like I don't know, man. 496, they've had 2 weeks break, 3 weeks even. They had enough time to prepare for their matchup. That they had 3 weeks to prepare for
Tiny.
this series.
But Tiny is not what I thought they would pick. Very underwhelming hero against IO, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You can't burst IO, and you can't burst IO's partner. Okay.
Yeah, might be position 4, might be mid as well. So the flexibility of the hero is something that's nice to pick it up this early on. But
Crazy to say, right? That
yeah,
the rock is flexible.
A rock, yeah. But there's a reason why he's underpicked at the moment. And Fnatic,
What is that reason?
he's just not as strong as before.
Yeah, he's actually really damn weak.
Yep.
But AA, I
Ooh.
finally see it. I feel like AA is literally the only IO counter in the game right now. Like, you have this heart at some point, you're just unkillable. And AA is the only hero who can stop that.
I don't even feel that he's that much of a counter. Like
Yeah, you'll be proven wrong here.
okay, we'll see. Like he does prevent you from healing, and that's great. But so many times he just dies at the beginning of the fight, or even if he hits that ulti,
Out of
yeah,
position?
you shrug it off. Like what this A needs is setup, right?
Yeah.
Like he needs
Yeah.
Faceless Void.
Puck.
perhaps not Faceless Void, but
What happened to
Something
that hero?
similar.
It was picked every game.
Yeah,
And
it's
now his
gone.
bash damage was reduced by like 10. Oh, we can't pick that hero anymore.
Fnatic, by the way, with their opening, kinda set the stage for a carry wisp because you
Whoa.
have Elder Titan
Or offlane Titan also can work.
also can.
Yeah. I mean, we've seen Titan in 4, 3, and 5. And Hasla is like, I'm out.
He poured some like drink mixture. I don't know if you guys caught that, but I was watching his camera and he like poured his.
I was watching
He,
the drafts.
he was mixing some drinks and then he just disappears off camera. So
It's a Witcher
Okay.
potion.
yeah, he's gonna go super mode.
Yeah.
Big. Yeah, another thing about the AA Tidy, by the way, is that you can use the Ice Vortex to amplify the damage you do in your combo. It's quite nice. Kind of makes it similar to what it was before, but not quite still, unfortunately.
Yeah, what happened to my poor old rock man? I'm happy he's gone though. So annoying.
I'm happy Rockman is gone. I'm happy Void as well. Pretty much two heroes that
Time
have been
dilation.
Right, I got
in the
some
meta for
important
way
update.
too long.
It turns out Hustler actually spilt his drink and went to get some napkins
Oh
to.
my god. And now his
to mop
keyboard
it up.
doesn't work anymore. And the
Oh,
mouse
no.
exploded.
Okay, how many times did that happen to you? Ever? That you spill something on your keyboard and it stops working?
Once.
Once? You
Yeah.
Black?
Did it stop working after?
Yeah.
I actually, I don't drink near my keyboard. I only eat because like if like some food crumbs fall into it, you can just
them.
clean it.
Yeah.
But if water or something gets into it, you're done.
Very
Again,
smart. Very
very
disciplined as
smart.
well. Very disciplined
Yeah.
as well.
Very disciplined.
You're a man of many traits and many talents. Did anyone tell you that?
You're the first one. I think we might be.
He tells himself that every
you know,
morning in the mirror,
we
though.
might have something going on here. Like you're treating me like a real gentleman. I'm not used to that.
Yeah, that's what you deserve.
Thank you, sir.
That's what you deserve.
I'll give it right back to you.
Feel like a third wheel here. Let's move on to some of these bans. We have the Mars and the Wind Range banned out by Fnatic. Meanwhile, 496, they're going to get rid of the Batrider and the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, just banning out some of these heroes that can get on top of the A and the Tiny easily and burst them down. The Batrider, I think in one of the first weeks we have seen Tiny played on mid versus the Bat.
Yeah,
that
Neon
didn't go,
did that.
It didn't go great.
They got destroyed.
Yeah, they did a bit. Wasn't the answer we were looking for, unfortunately. Void Spirit also banned out from 496. So, what we're looking for from 496 is some AoE lockdown to set up for this AA blast. Any options here?
Yeah, usually when you're thinking about carries that counter Wisp, it's the Wisp carry, that is. It's these heroes that can get on top of him easily, behind him, some Weavers, you know, these kind of Rickies, whatnot, but they don't bring you what you need with the AA, so maybe a Wraith King, just something stable, normal, Wraith King, good lane. You have the setup for the stun, for the Cold Embrace, just not Cold Embrace, so Cold Feet.
Quapple.
Okay.
Quap of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Very painful.
Yes, the Dominatrix enters the mix for 496.
AA Quap. A lot of potential for burst damage. Not a lot of control.
No, still not a lot of control. They've got Avalanche, they've got Toss.
A lot of burst, though.
And
An abundance
Feet,
of burst
yeah,
damage.
And they're pretty
A
open
wealth
still.
of burst damage. Amplified, of course, by that Ice Vortex, if you can get it off.
Which is good against IO as well, cause a lot of overtime heal. How do you counter that? You just kill them. So you can't heal.
You just kill. Why do my teammates never think of that? Just
Yeah.
kill them. Stop
Yeah.
going to the jungle, farming the camps. Go and kill them.
Exactly. That's how Dota works. You kill them, you destroy buildings, you win the game. Stop farming, man.
Okay, Fnatic now with these two picks, they can pair up the Wisp with something like we've seen a Dragonite even. Like Wisp DK would be pretty solid. You could lane into the Quap as well, right on the mid lane.
Yeah.
Is
A
that-
bit scary against AA though.
Yeah, that's
A
true.
little bit.
The region,
Quite a bit. Very scary.
very scary. A little bit, quite a bit.
What could they pick? They have options against Quap. Puck is banned out.
What are the good combos with Elder Titan?
The Mars is the most obvious one that we've seen, but it's banned out by
Mars
Fnatic.
is banned.
You don't have to. This is the combo for Fnatic. This lane is already scary because you have extra damage from the Spirit, and then you have Overcharge.
Yeah.
You just destroy any lane.
I think Wraith King would make a lot of sense again from Fnatic if they want to put this IO on support. But if it's a core IO, then
Pangolier.
Pangolier.
Okay.
Can roll through on top of that AA.
Bit of magic immunity, going to
Yeah.
be quite nice if you
Quap
can
is
get that
quite
off.
good against him though. Sonic Wealth will always push you.
They did play a position for IO as well
DP.
with the Pango. So
Now Fnatic is having a lot of problems they need to deal with here.
Yeah, DP, good frontliner.
yeah, but
Where does
496.
the Quap go now?
Yeah, exactly. 496
it's
just gave
right,
themselves
DP
some
offlane.
problems as well. Yeah, it's a DP offlane.
Or it could be DP offlane or mid, and Quap can do the same thing. So they're still a little flexible, but the two supports are locked in for sure.
Fnatic, when they played Wisp as a core, they didn't have a Pango. But when they played it on a position 4, they did. So maybe this will be a Pango 3, 5 ET, 4 Wisp.
I think I would still love to see like something like a Wraith King, something that can just frontline for them. Because of course you don't care about the A blast, you just revive, and then they have run cooldown.
there is Monkey King possibility. If Fnatic goes for Wraith King, then 496 can go with the Monkey King Invoker. Okay.
And their draft looks really squishy.
Yeah.
And really unstable. Like, they have to outplay pretty damn hard. This last pick will have to do a lot of work.
And this draft looks like, okay, we crushed you so hard in the first game, we're going to have some fun in the second. But they didn't crush that hard in the first game. Yeah, you won, but the laning stage and post-laning stage looked pretty damn miserable. Do you really have so much confidence that this is what you go with?
We'll have to see. I mean, as I said, the last pick will have to answer a lot of questions here. They need some damage. They need some reliable control. Need some partner for Invoker. I mean, Void would make a lot of sense here with Invoker, as well as.
I'm not sure. I actually like Wisp and ET a lot versus anything that they send on the offlane.
Yeah.
Like Tiny and Dead Prophet. I don't think that lane is good versus IO and
I mean,
ET.
IO Titan is just super strong.
Yeah.
Almost nothing lanes well against that.
If you're co-op, at least you can blink out, right? Like that's something that you can do. And they ban out all these heroes. I think we mentioned both the Riki and the Weaver versus Wisp core heroes that get on top of him and just eliminate
say
the
it's
threat.
a 4-Pango and a carry IO. They need an offlaner. Like
Beastmaster?
is banned.
Oh no.
There's only Underlord, Tidehunter. Both of them hate playing against DP.
They most certainly do.
Nature's Prophet could be a choice. Like he lanes well against AA.
And brings you some extra right-click damage later on as well. Yeah, I like that Prophet call. They don't really have anything against him.
Yeah,
some damage, AoE damage with the co-op obviously in the Tiny, but
gives a lot of global potential as well. I feel like Nature's Prophet makes the most sense here. If you put that IO on +1. If not, I think I still like the Wraith King.
If they do go with the Wraith King, I just don't see the reasoning behind getting that Wisp.
Yeah,
even,
I mean, I agree.
You're just picking it and then flexing it on a position where he doesn't truly shine.
What about Void? Nyx. So it is
Assassin
carry.
gets through the pool, and there's a lot of AoE damage coming out from this Queen of Pain, from this Tiny, from this DP.
So the 4 Nyx.
Carapaces
So
looking
this
good.
is Nyx Pango offlane, with Pango probably being the support.
Don't you just pick like Wraith King here? I feel Wraith King is super good. Of course, they have the Invoker mana burn and maybe Nyx mana burn, but
eventually
you're gonna have a
just get
free
the
lane.
shard.
You have a free lane, 100%.
You do.
But there are many options for them.
Wraith
them here
King,
as well.
Anti-Mage maybe. Terror.
Juggernaut again.
I mean, knowing them probably, yes.
And it's going to be the Slark. Okay, okay.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah, all right.
Now the question is, do we believe that they can outplay Fnatic? Because they have the better draft.
Yep, I believed in their draft in the first game as well. I still see that they do have they hold a lot of power in this draft too. I just have a feeling that Raven and Elder Titan will just dominate this game too hard for them to recover post-laning stage.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a prediction for Fnatic.
Yep.
All right, Black.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that as well. IO with Axe actually destroys Slark. They do have ways of shutting them down with the AA. It's just a lot harder to execute because again, they have one reliable stun, which is a Tiny. It's not easy. Not a lot of setup. They have to outplay Fnatic. I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, they never got their AoE lockdown, did they? And that's something which I have a bit of a problem with. I think AA shines when he has someone to play with, like the Puck. So that's not there, which means I find it hard to go for 496. I think it just looks a little too difficult for them. They haven't convinced me, so I'm going to be going for Fnatic as well. That's 3 for Fnatic. Are we going to make it 5? Let's find out with our casters. Beak up on the cost. What say you, gentlemen?
You can start B Cup.
All right, count the rings on a tree. Sometimes they tell you your future. They were cutting down some trees near the apartments right before we got here. I checked the rings. They kind of said some things to me, and, well, what they said was Fnatic are going to win this game.
Alrighty, Lacoste.
Yeah, I was there. I was actually, near his apartment, waiting him to come to the studio, and it also said Fnatic. But yeah, Fnatic just, I think, maybe has a bit of weaker draft, but shown that they're more consistent in every aspect than 496. So I'm also not big fan of a Slark. It just doesn't feel that good of a Slark game to me. Ags on IO, once he picks that up, Slark is going to struggle.
Is it just the AoE damage which you're worried about for the Slark?
Yeah. Like they don't have too many good counters to Slark to like start with, and they don't have the best setups for like AA blast. There isn't enough stun. If your Tiny is the only, let's call it reliable stun, which he's not, then you're gonna have issues.
Alrighty, well, we will get into game number 1. B-Cup and Lacoste, take it away.
Thank you, Nomad. Coming into game number 2, Fnatic. First game, well, they waited out until they got level 6 on their supports. Turned it around from that point. Stolen Aegis did what they needed to do to really take over in game number 1. Here in game number 2, the general consensus is they may have a little bit of a weaker lineup, but the question is, are 496 going to take advantage of that? And
That's a good question. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, Queen of Pain mid, off lane, Dead Prophet. We'll see how that one goes. Like, it's just a lot of slow, a lot of burst magical damage from 496. It's just a question how they're gonna utilize that.
Good scout there from the Elder Titan. Spotting them right away, coming over. Just making the aggressive move, and it's jabs on the Elder Titan. They were talking in how it should be a Nyx Pango lane, but instead DJ down bottom. You know, he's not going to be in that lane with the Pango so far, at least from the looks of it.
They could still, you know, swap things around. Just trying to reconnect. So I'll give you a better analysis once I join.
Now, wait, you should be doing it eyes closed all the time, never read the items. I know you got the talent.
I got the talent, yeah. That's why there's so much stupid stuff coming out of my mouth. So yeah, I reconnected. It's going to be Masaros on Pangolier. Jabs will be laning with him, playing that Elder Titan. And on the bottom lane, Nyx Assassin. I guess they just wanted to have like a reliable stun. So DJ will be playing that Nyx Assassin. Elder Titan still needs levels to put point in stun, which he doesn't like to get until at least level 4.
Right. Do you like Elder Titan with more farm priority? Like, I think in the last game, yeah, the Disruptor got the Ags first, but they were kind of like neck and neck, the two of them.
Nyx Assassin still does the same job. Okay, red, he gets the first blood on DJ.
Yeah, as we're in the try screen, they get the kill there on the Nyx Assassin, and will find themselves their first blood. So 496, something going right for them. We'll see if they can continue that. Hung, already looking like he's having a little bit of troubles here, at least dealing with what Moon's thrown his way. Not really getting much harassment onto the Invoker, and, well, eating a lot of harassment himself.
Invoker doesn't care too much, that's why they picked it against Queen of Pain. That Shadow Strike, like, he didn't even put a point in Shadow Strike. It's kind of, I'm going to say pointless, but it's kind of meh against the Invoker. Also, now that I'm thinking about the top lane, why they decided to put ET on the top, he does much better job trading against the Slark, where, like, yeah,
the disarm, they've got him. Jabs is traded, but that is a much better kill to get when you're able to kill off a Slark. This solo experience for Bombi, but it's an AA. Maybe that 6 comes in a little bit quicker. Things look all right. You can already see that Raven's got queued up the Helm of the Dominator and the Ags. We've seen some other builds on these Wisps, but Raven,
we've seen
build.
Like Orchids when it's a good game for Orchid. Like, he's playing against Queen of Pain now, but they really lack AoE damage against the Slark. And it's not going to say a burst damage, but it's a lot of overtime damage coming up from these spirits. So I like this build. Helm of the Dominator, Tether the Creep, have an extra stun, an extra slow, or an aura, and then have that Aghanim Scepter.
We'll see how well Raven can farm here. Hustler trying to come around and get on top of this IO. Not the case just yet. 14 and 5 over mid for Moon. Throws out the Tornado. Has Cold Snap if he wants to put it onto this Queen of Pain.
Queen of Pain doesn't even put a point in Shadow Strike. She's like, yeah. Playing into Invoker. A lot of regen coming out from Quas. It's like 12.6, 13.6 at the moment. If he eats a Tango, like, you just don't care too much about that harassment. Bottom lane, They can't leave Raven
Radiant's
alone.
top tower
Right.
is under attack.
DJ needs the pull, but the lane was pushing in, so they have a couple of creep advantage.
Tossing DJ into the air. So yeah, no points in the Shadow Strike. You
It's
did
always
say
the DJ who says like, put your hands in the air, put your stuff in the air. Now, like, yeah, I'm just gonna toss DJ into the air.
Yeah. So we're taking a look over mid at the moment. Does get a point into Shadow Strike.
Yeah, you don't want to put the second point in Blink. That,
Yeah, I know.
that would be just...
But it ruined my opportunity to make a pointless joke. You know, no points in Shadow Strike. Like you said, it is pointless. I'm still on Bears, you know? Like, I'm trying to keep it up over here.
You have to stop.
Hung. Ooh, Avalanche comes
He
out.
dodges
doesn't
it.
land. Tornado onto both, and Hung's just dead. They might even lose Hustler. They've got jabs over here, but with Invoker sitting low enough, he doesn't want to make that aggressive play. That's fine.
Now Invoker with 2 Null Talismans, like Enchanted Mango, Gloves of Hest for some extra damage. I'm just wondering what his item build is going to be this time around, because
Right.
he committed with the gloves, so it still might be like Hand of Midas, especially after having this good of a start and getting this kill. So I really wouldn't mind. It's greedy, but you can make it work. Yeah, he queues up Hand of Midas because he had such a great start. Usually we don't see Invokers who are playing Quaswex going for that Hand of Midas. Sometimes they fall back to, after getting like Phase Boots earn into Midas, to be able to scale. But yeah, here just feels completely fine. Like lanes are going decent, so he can afford to be more greedy.
Is this an Orchid Invoker kind of game?
Sure. Well, looks good. Like against the Slark, against the Queen of Pain.
And the Swashbuckle, that PB. I thought it was just a kill on a Bombi, but it's going to be a kill on a bolt. Jabs hitting so hard.
It's an insane lane. Like, Fogged and me played this lane multiple times.
Good doubles.
It's just insane how much damage ET does, especially when he puts a second point in Astral Spirit. And Pango, Pango's level 6. Like this top lane is just completely lost. AA comes back to this lane, he's straight up dead.
I remember when you used to have these ETs in the 4, and they would stack that camp right next to the lane. Like 3 or 4 times, you put the Spirit over that, and then over to the heroes you're up against, and you're hitting for like 250, 300, like a couple minutes into the game.
So fake dive on top. Jab.
Pounce, Leash, put the sleep. Swashbuckle, Moon coming in. They've got the Cold Snap with the Rolling Thunder. Slark's
game's
game.
done. Slark's game ruined. Thank you, team, for picking Slark for me. He can't lane. He can't come back to the top lane. I said AA can't come, and we can even see Moon rotating to the top lane, getting a last hit on the tower, playing with the Siege Creep unit. The Prophet has Ghost running on the bottom. Let's see if there's going to be any rotation there. Toss it back.
Toss. They've got the stun coming in from the Impale. DJ trying to get something out of this. Needed one more tower shot, but that'll go into Bombi.
Bottom lane is being pinged out. Raven's like, we could possibly defend this, but I need some people to TP in. They're not going to do it. So tier 1 for tier 1. Safe lane tower trade.
That's not terrible for 496. Still 1,000 net worth behind. The problem now is, well, I don't know if you guys could see the net worth chart, but Slark is under the Elder Titan right now.
No, he's not anymore. 3 gold more than him. Man, he's farming fast. I'm actually getting dizzy how speedy this is. It's so fast.
His farm?
Yeah.
It's so fast you can't watch it. It's almost unbearable. So Masaros, Orb of Corrosion, Bottle. I say it every game. Every game I see it. I am a big fan of these offlane bottles and how they're being utilized.
It allows you to just dominate the enemy safe lanes even harder. Like that extra mana region. If you get it before 5-minute rune, able to refill your bottle is just so valuable. Queen of Pain just blinked onto Jabs, who was channeling an Echo Stomp.
Oh, they're trying to converge on him. Shadow Strike, Hustler coming in. They've actually got 3 heroes through, but they won't commit onto the high ground with no vision. Never a smart thing to do. They've got a lot of heroes over mid. This is a little bit concerning, because if this doesn't go really well for 496, they're making, you know, making space for Fnatic by just being here.
That's 4 people mid for no real reason. It's very hard for them to make stuff happen. Tiny's also level 3.
Without, you know.
Without a Blink Dagger, yeah, 7 minutes in, it's a rough one.
Well, I was going to say, without Exorcism, they're just sitting here mid, and, like, they're finally going to have it up in just a second.
There's double damage on Quap, so they could put some pressure on the tower, try to force things, and put away some pressure from Slark, who's farming on the bottom lane. Still needs, like, 25 minutes to recover, considering how bad his lane went.
Still ahead of the Elder Titan, though.
For those who are just tuning in, that Elder Titan is position 4.
Diffusal being built for the Slark. It's going to be...
Sure, like you just have to... That item is so good.
Yeah.
On Slark, it's just like dealing pure damage because of the
tough.
Essence Shift.
Like
Mana burn, stealing Agi.
Right. So, you know, it's... For DatBB, at least from what I'm seeing, like, this is a complete opposite of the game he had last time. Had 4 kills to start, a lot of farm. Like, I'm just wondering if he's just not having a game this game. Like, they weren't even able to do enough with the Jug. Like, he fell off really hard when he had a great start. Now he's had no start. Like, that is going to be really bad here for the Slark, unless somehow 496 open up the entirety
He doesn't
of the map.
even join. He might join a fight if 496 like deletes 2 heroes and he's very close. He's gonna be jumping in. Other than that, he's not going in until he gets the Diffusal Blade.
Yeah, so that's a whiles away, and you've got a Pango here sitting top of the net worth. He's happy with what he's got. Not the Blink Dagger yet. You know, I do love that Rolling Thunder Pango Blink Dagger. Always one of my favorites. And Invoker, he's queued off the Midas. I wonder if he's not going to commit to that anymore.
I still feel like he should.
Oh, no, he's back on it. Okay, he re-queued it up.
It's a very good game. You know, the lanes went well. 7-2, the 7-4 score. Tier 1 tower, half HP. So should be okay. And they have ET who can stop any kind of push. 2 points in the stomp should be enough.
So...
Okay, so we're having a word from production why this game is paused. Hustler having some mouse problems, and he dropped a drink on his desk. So probably some of those juices went in.
It doesn't get sticky immediately when you spill soda.
Yeah.
It's a little bit later. You know, it just... spilling soda
It's just how it
stinks.
works. It's a straight-up chemistry, you know. Like all those juices, they need to be in touch with certain... stuff that's in the air. You know, it's kind of hard to explain but yeah, it's not a very moist move, even though kind of is moist.
It's a wet move, I'll tell you that much. You ever spill anything on your equipment?
I did. Had to throw out the keyboard because of that.
Did you ever spill anything like really close to like a game or like an important game or a cast?
No, it was just a pub game. Took me like, you know, the keyboard was still working and stopped working after, you know, a couple of keys. Maybe I just didn't notice during the game because I was playing bad. Didn't realize a couple of my clicks were not going through. So Hustler reconnecting.
I had a cast one time, and literally right before we went live, I went to fix the webcam, brought my hand down, hit a glass of water, and it just came down right on the keyboard. I was just like, oh no. Keyboard. Luckily, I had a backup. He's disconnected. He's trying.
It seems like he poured some juice over the internet cable as well, because he keeps disconnecting.
He might have reconnected to try the mouse, maybe. I don't know.
I'm not an expert VCup, but I'm pretty sure you don't need to reconnect to the game to see if your mouse is working or not.
I don't know. Yeah. You got me. You're not wrong at all. God, what was he drinking?
That's a good question.
A little bit of Tang, maybe? Did you ever have that as a kid? Yoo-hoo, great drink.
That sounds too American for me, B-Cup.
Yoo-hoo is a chocolate milk drink that I still drink to this day. It's so good.
Well, that explains your man-child behavior.
Yeah. Shout out to Yoo-hoo. Keeping me young. I mean, I've been told I look really young, and meanwhile, I'm like the second oldest here. It's all in the Yoo-hoo. If you guys want to get in the esports game, Yoo-hoo, come on. Be cool.
Oh,
Capri Sun?
Yeah, that's a good one. There's a like Witch Doctor Capri Sun set that never made it into the game,
Soon.
unfortunately. One can only hope.
Next battle pass. There's a Capri Sun here. I know we're talking about nonsense, but there's a Capri Sun here. It's called Mystic Dragon. That does not sound like a juice flavor.
Like, if I had to take a Mystic Dragon, I probably would end up on the toilet. That's the first association that comes to my mind after taking a, what did you say the dragon was? Mystic Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know what that is. You don't know what's inside.
He reconnects. Obviously reconnecting to check his mouse.
Yeah.
See if it works in Dota. It does. There we go. See? Good to go. All the pings finally come on through, and there's a kill on a Hung just like that. They're going to look over at Bombi and land the sleep. Spirit Siphons on a Masaros, but the Tornado lands on both of them perfectly. Plays Swashbuckle in. EMP pops. Moon gets the kill on a Bombi, and now they'll look over at Ray with the right clicks coming out from the Elder Time. The Avalanche as well as the toss into the air, but Hustler just making some space as best he can until he ultimately loses his life to Jabs.
What do you call tornado when it hits two people?
Tornado?
Tornado, yeah.
Tornadoes?
It kind of sucked for Hung Hung. He goes in, uses Shadow Strike, but he's going to out-regen that.
And he used his ult.
Anything?
Yeah, he's not level 6 yet, only level 4. They'll line up the sweep. They've got the Impale.
His
There's
game's
the Tornado.
done. That's the second hero from 496 that kind of is not having a game. He just died, came back, died again. At least Slark is trying to recover in the jungle, farming that Diffusal Blade. We kind of lost track of the time because of the pauses. It's only 10 minutes so far into the game.
He said in the jungle, and I just remember we were all singing that this morning. It was a good time.
Happy times, just enjoying some quality time with the friends before we go live. Next Assassin.
Lands with a Swashbuckle, easy kill again, and yeah, Fnatic are really just taking over. The drink is really just not even the bulk.
Nail in the coffin, yeah.
No. Well, Jelly getting picked up for the Dire side, maybe a glimmer of hope with that, but still, games for both.
They should definitely not give that Jelly to Hustler, He could spill it. He could spill the jelly, make his keyboard and the mouse even more stickier, exactly.
I don't know if you've ever spilled honey before. That doesn't come
did.
off.
Like, I bring honey to the office. I'm not even kidding. I bring honey in my bag to the office every day to make myself some quality tea. I need to wake up properly, Good cup of tea if you're not drinking a coffee. Like, tea sounds like a better and more quality option.
Mid Bombi didn't get his tea. He's been melted by the heat coming out from Moon. And 6K lead for Fnatic. It is really, the scales are being tilted heavily in the favor of Fnatic as they are just getting away with murder right now. Jabs lands the sleep, but ulti from DPC and eventually will get the finish. It cost him the ult now, so maybe if they go after DPC, he could be in trouble. But that being said, Hung, he's the one in trouble right now, and DJ gets the kill.
Hung dead again. Is that his fourth death? 1-4-1. At this point, I don't even know what you decide to buy. On Quap.
Swashbuckle again.
Oh no.
Thunder, Death Prophet gone. Red's dead. Okay. He clipped one of those trolls. Troll Teasy.
You know what they should do? That's a big brain play. Put a ward there, maybe, and use Helm of the Dominator. Just let him sit there for the vision.
What do?
You don't have to place a ward. Like, you can see them with your spirits and just leave him there.
I'm a ward. I wouldn't mind that. Tornado comes in, misses Hustler.
That's why he's called Hill Troll, because he is on the hill. That makes a lot of sense.
Very literal. Lore friendly right now. You don't get much of that. TP in. Over mid. They do have a smoke. They do use it. Moon immediately sees it, I believe. So that didn't exactly work out. Sentry down. DJ uses the Vendetta, breaks the smoke. They could even go back in if they wanted to. But it would be a little bit risky. 2v4. They just don't have the heroes here with them at the moment. But Masaros eventually shows up, and he's got Rolling Thunder. Swashbuckle, Rolling Thunder. That comes through. Red gets hit again. And, well, here comes the turn. A little bit too loose on that one. Need to be a tighter turn. Get it more heavy angle. Exorcism gets popped, but, well, Red, his life gets popped. So no more Exorcism, no more Red, and no more 496 in this mid-team fight because they are getting ripped apart. Hustler gone, looking for more. Bombi on the run. But, well, here comes the side of Fnatic. Sonic Wave gets used. Ice Blast doesn't land. Hung getting low. Bombi dead. Jabs is the only one to fall so far on the side of Fnatic. As they go after this Slark who goes into the ulti, but there's the Swashbuckle. Dat BB. Can he get a second one?
That's
All
a
right.
good kill. 700 gold. Let's see if he can get out of this alive.
Potentially. Hill Troll gets killed. All this is going on. That's another casualty.
So Dat BB gets a kill. Has that Diffusal Blade online. Still a tough one for them. Because Queen of Pain's not having a good time. Still working towards that Orchid.
Yeah, not really going well at all. All right, a couple of illusions getting harassed here. They'll just time out. Sure. Tornado coming in, and DJ rotating over. There's the stun, there's the mana burn. Hustler thinking about helping out the Death Prophet. Doesn't need to put his life on the line, though.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
So
attack.
that's fine.
They need this Blink Dagger on Tiny. He's still 1,000 gold away from it. Somehow, somewhere, he needs to find the farm to be able to just get a first jump, because they don't have a way to initiate a fight. Queen of Pain's very underfarmed. She can't allow to just blink in and Shadow Strike. Like, that's your form of initiation right now.
Mules for Pangolier being built next. Shard for the Ancient Apparition. If he can get it to that, I'd be pretty impressed, because Bombi's game has been pretty much shut down. Getting that Shard would basically double his net worth. Looking for the Rolling Thunder, but the Pounce as well as the Leash. Now they've got the Ice Blast down on Masaros. He'll shatter, or just die to Dat BB. So another kill there for the Slark, slowly creeping up. Farming so fast.
You know, he's getting up there. Now third on the network, so Dat BB recovering nicely.
Have Ags for Raven finished. Oh, dig up a bounty rune. More luck than me.
It's going to be much easier now that Io finished the Aghanim Scepter, so those spirits, something that Slark, any kind of AoE damage before getting a BKB, Slark doesn't like to play into. That's why he just gets BKB in his quick buy straight away.
Arcane rune for Moon. Fnatic kind of pulled off the gas a little bit. They were playing really aggressive across the river the entire time, and now, well, it's a little bit more conservative from them. They have 496 with 4 heroes bottom. Just the Queen of Pain up towards top. 3 heroes there for Fnatic, but for the most part, just sitting back. Still need this Blink Dagger for Hustler. This has been a rough game for him so far. Converging over towards bottom while 3 heroes still sit top. Joker comes in, Cold Feet, Ice Blast. Will eventually be thrown, but they've got the sweep and a Bombi. Hustle comes in with the Avalanche as well as the toss. Moon taking a lot of damage, and, well, Red He's got the kill. They'll go after Jabs. They'll bring in Raven as well as Masaros, trying to get a kill here onto Red. Relocate.
Oh, they actually get the kill
Ends up
before.
helping out to get the kill on Red.
We don't usually see drums as an item,
Right.
but on ET it feels so good. Like having 8 charges on it is just, you know, insane. Every single time there's a fight, you just pop it.
Ooh, TP. Jabs in. Impel hit. Swashbuckle disarms the Slark, who's trying to get a kill here onto Jabs. Hung gets credit for that one, but the shield crash in. Masaros takes out Hustler. Sonic Wave used. Right clicks in. Wop just blinks away, but they've left this Slark by himself, and his killing spree will go into the hands of Raven.
So yeah, another one fight by Fnatic. There's still Roshan. They're still lacking a bit of damage, you know, to get 2 kills and go inside a pit and take it. But in the next like 3-4 minutes, they should be able to. I want to see what Invoker's getting after that BKB. Maybe a bit more lockdown. Hex feels nice. That still doesn't help you with killing the Roshan. So like this Fnatic line is not really good at killing the Roshan. What I'm saying, you know, a lot of words, but lineup bad at the Roche.
Breaking it down. Too long. Didn't listen. Team bad at Roche.
Dire's top tower
Do
is under attack.
they need Roche to really finish this game? Can they, like, they're running over them at 10K right now. Is there a point where they're just going to break through these towers, get the high ground, and just not even need the Aegis? How good's the high ground defense here from 496?
It's pretty bad. You know, they have Crypt Swarm. That's the best thing they got, pretty much. It's very hard for AA to land a good ulti because you don't have the setup.
Swashbuckle missing, going into the Rolling Thunder. Looking for Bombi, and now the sleep.
Bombi getting bombed by this Pangolier.
Yeah.
I love the build on Pango this game. Orb of Corrosion just feels really nice. Let's see the damage. Maybe I had the wrong read. How long is this gonna take? All right, Pango, I kind of forgot about him. Lucky shot plus Orb of Corrosion minus armor. That's -9 when it procs. Stupid caster, what are you saying? You know, my first initial thought was they can, you know, kill the Roshan after getting a couple of kills, and I'm like, they don't have it. Because I kind of got lost. I didn't spill anything on my keyboard, but that kind of distracted me. Took the focus off the game. Apologies, chat.
It wasn't the fastest, Roche.
It wasn't the fastest, but still faster than I expected, to be honest.
Okay. Tornado, Cold Snap. Nice Blast comes in, not going to matter. Bombi dead still. His game has been a nightmare. Just isn't able to really accomplish much of anything. He's had a couple of good Ice Blasts, but nothing too...
Not much you can do with AA. Like, you're level 8. Who's the playmaking hero here? Dead Prophet kind of relies on like team fighting, grouping around. Slark had a terrible game early on and needed to recover.
Yeah.
He's also building into what I believe is a Shadow Blade on Slark. So wants to be able to possibly like jump the Io. I don't know. I don't know who he wants to jump on. But I don't think Io is the target. They don't have like the clear backline. Let's say.
Queen of Pains. Carapace. Okay, Hung.
Great setup from
Dropping
DJ.
hard.
DJ's game sense is just really on point throughout this whole DPC, throughout his whole career pretty much. The man has been amazing. And I love the build this time around.
Right.
Just going for max Carapace and max mana burn. He's playing into like 3 intelligence heroes, and he's playing into Slark, which is a pretty big deal. You want to lower the cooldown on that mana burn. Slark really struggles against any kind of mana burn.
Avalanche toss, trying at least BKB pop by Raven.
Laughs in Ice Frog, what are you going to do about it?
Not much of anything, at least for the moment. Tether all the way across.
They get a D-Ward on top of that. So I talked about the itemization. Pango going for Hood of Defiance to tank things up. All they have pretty much is magical damage, some right clicks from Slark, of course. Physical and Exorcism, but yeah, Pango just going for Scotty next.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that Moon, though. Deafening Blast, and now Bombi's dead. Sonic Wave comes in. But now the rest of the team they come through. Rolling Thunder out, DPC hit up into the air. Dark packs that off. Looking around over at the Death Prophet now. Raven just holding his own as they get the kill on a Hustler. They look over at Hung, who throws a Shadow Strike. They've got the silence onto the Pangolier. Hung blinking forward, trying to fight.
It's a decent fight for 496.
They've got two so far. DJ coming in with the Spike Carapace and the two-man Impale, but well, there's not really much to follow this up. Raven thinking about helping out as he stays nearby, but eventually DJ, well, he's going to die, and the only one who stays alive is the Wisp.
A bit disconnected there from the rest of the team. Relocate in, they instantly blow up Invoker. ET not there, Rolling Thunder a bit late, and then relocate back. So Raven had to reconnect with the team, didn't have anything to tether to. There's no Helm of the Dominator creep, so it took him a bit more time to come up. They should instead like play with Raven where he is, instead of trying to set up a relocate play.
Right.
Radiant's bottom
So is this
tower
enough
under
right now?
attack.
You're still down 12k. Like, does 496, if they could get another fight like that, like, does that put them back into it? Or are they just still down by too much?
And Slark recovered nicely. Shadow Blade working towards that BKB. Blink Dagger is available on Tiny. They're buying all these, like, let's say cheap items. Veil on Tiny queued up. They just want to increase the magic damage. Ancient Apparition, Ice Vortex is also maxed out, so that's like extra 30% of magic resist. Magic damage. So
DPC coming over with a Shadow Blade. Looking for a jump. Sentry placed down. They spot him. They stun him. They've got the Sun Strike. Nowhere to go for DPC. Gets over aggressive with a new Shadow Blade.
AA Blast will just hit the DJ.
I mean, the idea is there that they want to set up with the Slark and
Dire's bottom tower
use that
is
Ice
under
Blast, but, well, he just dies too
Dire's
quickly and
bottom
gets found
tower
out.
has fallen.
Really, really heads-up play to throw that sentry down.
Relocate. Let's see where they
Relocate in
going.
between the Tier 2 and the Tier 3.
Just checking what's happening
They
there.
found him.
Bombi.
And the Sun Strike's in. Shield Crash for the kill. Even when he's hiding, he can't stay out of sight.
Tower is under attack. Dire's
Yeah.
bottom tower
Pango is
is under
insanely
attack.
farmed. Like, applying AoE Scotty with the Swashbuckle,
Are fortified.
reducing the healing coming out from the Dead Prophet Spirit Siphon. It's just gonna feel great. Crippling Slark with the move speed, maybe forcing him to misuse his Dark Pact with it.
He's so farmed. I mean, he's ahead of everybody on the side of 496. Tornado comes in. They spot Hustler. Avalanche out. No mana left on this Tiny. Hit with the Cold Snap, ends up dead. Meanwhile, you've got Hung who's bullying DJ, but that's just a Nix assassin that's out of the fight. They've got the Rolling Thunder with the Ice Blast coming in, and now the Earth Splitter is through, and that's going to land. They get the kill on the Moon, though. They'll take out the Invoker. They lose Bombi. Sweep hits on the 2. But behind them is Hung with the BKB. They get the kill on the Jabs. They'll take it a third, and now they look for the rest. Masaros, Swashbuckle, some distance.
Might be wrong, but I
496.
think
Decent.
I think they actually saw
Oh, they got
Dead Prophet
Masaros.
coming in. That Masaros should be dead. Leap, I mean, Pounce, and yeah, that should be the death of him. Still 12k gold lead for Fnatic, but they just lost 4 heroes 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Like, that is really starting to, not turn around, but it's hope. It's hope again.
This is a type of fight that they should be able to own with the Pangolier. In this area, Pango really shines. A lot of stuff to bounce off.
Right.
I think the play is... Because they don't have any save on 496. So try to find a Dead Prophet with the Nyx Assassin and just blow her up. Because Dead Prophet is dealing a ton of damage, getting closer to level 18. So 8 extra more ghosts. It's just going to be a ton of damage.
12k lead right now from Fnatic. Veil picked up for that Tiny. Let's see. Avalanche
There is a
toss.
sentry.
Yeah, they've got
Blown
the
up.
sentry down, and they get the kill on a Moon. Invoker, his game's kind of not, you know, he's farmed, but it seems like it's getting really hard at the moment. DPB avoiding these stuns.
Three-man
Avalanche
silence.
toss again, and look at that with the silences, with the damage, they killing a DJ. They look over at Hustler. Right clicks in with a swashbuckle. Raven finishes off the Tiny. 2 for 1 so far. DPB's looking for a moment to get back in. If he can come all the way around, again, they're funneled in on these stairs. DPB comes through with a silence potentially from Red. That could be a fight that, again, goes for 4-9-6.
No, still in this game after a really bad start. You know, they're keeping up. Queen of Pain now has also a gem. BKB is there, so she can blink in aggressively. They have no abilities that go through magic immunity. Like, you can't just precast Earth Splitter or anything, but yeah, she is having a much better time than she had first 10-15 minutes, that's for sure. Red getting caught.
Chased. Trying to keep on top of the Death Prophet. Sunstrike, woo! With a spirit to finish. Was walking in a straight line. That'll happen when you don't really
Bombi, I think he's on the wrong side of the map. This should get rewarded. Like, what is he doing there? He just placed it a lane obs. There's no reason for him to be there unless he's warding.
Right.
Second Roche will respawn in 50 seconds. So Fnatic can't take it right away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, again, I'm wondering how much more do 4-9-6 need, because these fights are looking good for them so far. Those last 2 pickoffs, not so much, but the fights in general have been right.
Dire are scanning.
If they can survive, like go in and out a couple of times with the Slark, with Queen of Pain. I'm just thinking, you know, that Prophet doesn't like to go in and out of the fights. She wants to commit to ulti, get stuff done, while Slark and Queen of Pain, they really shine when they are in and out multiple times.
Right. See if they can have that kind of disjointed fight up against Fnatic. Or disjoint, really, the fight from Fnatic to make that possible.
One item we didn't mention is ET with the BKB. Like, he gets a BKB even with the Aghanim Scepter, but this is like a safer choice where you have straight up 10-second BKB. They're going into Roche Pit right now. 4-9-6 using the smoke. They're not going to be there in time. It's too late.
So Age is picked up by Moon. He's had a couple of times where he's felt like, well, even though he's second in the net worth, he gets blown up. So he picks up that Aegis by Carapace into the Impale. Uh-oh, Red in too far potentially. The aggression from Hung goes out onto this Nyx Assassin, and they don't get the kill on anybody just yet. Finally losing Red. Hung commits for this, pops the BKB, and he's just dead. He plays over-aggressive to kill DJ and loses his life for it. Oh, DPB spotted with the spirits. They'll also look over at Bombi. Take out the Ancient Apparition, getting the one they know they can kill.
Exactly what I talked about. They need to burst that Prophet before the fight starts.
That was
Hustla.
Pretty interesting from Jabs. I don't know if he did it on purpose, but he started the stomp to maybe bait out the Avalanche from the Tiny. Stopped it immediately, walked forward, got out of range of the Avalanche, survives there. And at the end of the day, Hustler drops.
And they also lost the gem. Slark, can he get it? Who's going to be faster? Oh, Slark, he actually gets it. But there is a sentry ward. Let's see the pounce. Pops a BKB.
Right click's coming out on a Moon. Pounce leashing him, going around these trees. But DPB knows he's in a bad situation. Here comes the Elder.
Good AA blast if it connects.
Oh, it hits Moon. I don't think it's going to matter, though. DPB, he's gone. Raven gets the kill. Monster kill streak here for the IO. And 40-21.
Slark got baited by his team. You know, go pick up the gem. It's still there. It's pinged out. He's the only one who's alive. And then, yeah, it backfires, but it's a kind of a risky play. You also have a Shadow Blade, so you want to go for that to try to get it. IO, level 25. So, attack tethered allies target.
Avalanche toss, Ice Blast in. Aegis popped. Exorcism was used, but look at the damage that Red's taking. He pops that Exorcism, immediately dies. Hung trying to hold the high ground. Sonic Wave hits on a 3. It's godlike for Raven. Sleep connects on a Bombi. Sunstrike nowhere close, but Hung forced back with the Swashbuckle, doing so much damage onto the Queen of Pain. BKB Avalanche toss, but Bombi dead instead. Now the Spirits, the Slow, all onto the Tiny. He's on the run. He's dead again. 4 heroes gone. Potentially a 5th. They're trying to finish off Hung and put the cap on the team.
No
wipe.
Sonic Wave, no DP ulted. This should be at least 2 set of barracks.
Dappy even to go in and try and defend this. 2v5. Do you let both racks to go, or do you try to make something happen?
He has no buyback, can't really go in. 2 versus 5, and there's also Cheese on Io. Io's sitting at 4,000 HP. Look at the health region. It's 100 at the moment. It might be even higher because like once he uses the overcharge, like those numbers are just insanely high. Hung, he's gonna die in base, no buyback.
Yeah, he's gone, and now So Bombi will fall. You've got some help. It's only 3 heroes, though, and, well, that help's not looking like it's going to do much of anything. DapBB dies to DJ. They get the kill there onto Red. GG is called. Fnatic take the series 2-0. Can they get the full team wipe? They'll eat the cheese, and then the sauce
they
comes
can.
in. Put a cap on that. Well, Fnatic take an easy 2-0.
Yeah, it looked very easy. Like 496, they had some moments.